young bucks, no fucking clouds. You go ahead. Don't worry, they'll complain about him here like they complain about my other show.
It's time to beef up the show a little bit. So let's get it started, Matt.
Let's see if we can get back on our old show again tonight.
Are you talking about show that me, you, and Marco created?
Yeah. Hey, don't we
none
still
of us are on anymore?
Don't we still own all the audio from all this shit too? Like we literally own the audio from all that shit, don't we?
You know, I would start calling this MCM, but there's already an MCM on this channel.
The funniest time is when people think we don't know that they secretly watch our show so they can do their show, and they get memberships from AOA, giving them memberships because they're watching the show.
AOA gives the spies fucking memberships.
People started blocking their public YouTube stuff so that their names won't come up so they can't get caught watching our shows.
We don't want to. Come on, we gotta come. We don't want to appear on Comic Drama.
I don't know what's that.
This is
put up the hash. What was it? What was it?
I watched this show.
I know what I'm saying. We love it.
I watch this show. I watch every Renovision show.
We know. That's what we were saying.
So why, when you talk shit about me, do you not name me so at least people know when you're talking shit about me? They know who you're talking shit about. I just don't want you guys to think that anything that I do over there is like me taking shots at you.
We know that.
I don't know what you do over there, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like you're taking this personal.
Out of here. Come on, Marco. Come on.
I don't. Hey, before you do that,
it's not about me coming over here and crying and caring too much. It's about me being honest with you guys. I did want to come in for at least one thing.
What's that?
I'll share my screen.
I'll mute you, Mike.
I'll add it. There.
I got it. Oh, God.
Yeah, I got it.
This is a good time to make peace.
Use the code word Bogcast at Manscaped.
And he bounced.
Dude.
But anyway.
Dude, bro, that was classic.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Long time listener, first time caller.
First time
caller.
First time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First time listener, long time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Just one hit, and I gotta go.
You asshole.
The following program deals with a controversial
subject.
The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday night. That means another Wednesday night review here on Beyond Wednesdays. You guys know how this works. We've got the hosts with the most, the crew, including Richie and Toadsteel Art. We're going to go over that today, too. So, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Let's get into it. Wednesday night. Hell yeah. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a good night. Chilling, bro. Chilling like a villain. We got to get these. I don't know what's going on with my chat lines and why my chat lines ain't working, but they ain't working, man, for some reason. There's something going on here. Let's see if we can refresh these and refresh those. Maybe they'll pop up. Write in the chat, you guys. See if that shit will pop up. I hope it does. I don't know what's going on, but the chat stuff doesn't.
What, in the private chat or the comments?
No. People in the comments. There should be chats.
I see them
on the top and bottom of the YouTube screen. I don't know why they're not popping up and down.
Oh,
there.
gotcha.
Yeah. They're giving me a DNS server error or some bullshit like that, so we'll have to go check that out. But what's going on, everybody? I hope you are having a good Wednesday night. It is the middle of the week. You guys know how we do this. Let's go ahead and go to alert box. Let's see if we can save all this. Save settings. Alert box was updated. Let's see if any of this is working. I might have to restart this OBS here. What do we got here? Chat line, refresh, properties. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, we can fix them. All right, you guys. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight. We have got some comic spec, some sports card spec, we got a huge market report that I don't know if we're going to get through the whole thing or not. And we might even break into some drama alert segments. You never know what's going to happen on this channel. You know what I like what's going on right now? The two shows have basically become the same show, and you just get 2 shows a week, right? Like, it's just us having a good time talking about all cool things collectible. You know, you might get a drama alert segment on Wednesday. You might get it on Saturday. You might get it on both days. You never know. If the drama is good and we can suck some content out of it, suck that money out of the sweet, sweet milking lol cows of the comic book internet. We're working on it, baby. We're working on it. The lol cows are giving us those teats. They're just exposing them to us. They're going, milk me. Comic book lol cows, you guys. Do you guys know what lol cows are? I hope you do, because lol cows are for milking. They're for milking drama, you guys. And that's what we like to do over here on the comic book drama alert. Shout out to our boy Keemstar, OG, Papa Drama. But that being said, let's talk about some of the crazy things that dropped over the past couple days. Did you guys see the new Game of Thrones stuff? Did you guys see that?
Heard about it, didn't see it though.
It looks pretty interesting. So there was even a comic book for this. Let's look this up. You guys know I used to be a hater of Game of Thrones after the last 2 seasons. And what was the last one that was on recently? The one about the
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon. That shit was pretty good, bro. That shit was really good. And it brought me back. It reeled me back in like a largemouth bass. It just got the edge of that lip, just the edge. I didn't swallow it whole. I wasn't into it that much. But I tell you what, if they come back with season 2 and that shit's good, we're rocking that.
So the Game of Thrones basically did the Godfather on you. Once you thought you were out, they pull or they suck me back in.
Yeah. So always down for some drama, baby.
Hey, did anybody see that that badass Marvels trailer? Huh?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
I didn't think it was bad.
It
was
fucking
terrible.
sucked, bro.
Yeah, it was
I
terrible.
didn't think it was bad.
It sucked. Put Echo in there and let's kill all of it.
I've already heard your reasons.
Throw She-Hulk
so
in there.
I'll go ahead and counter your reason, and we'll see if it makes sense to you.
Hey, the poster looks cool.
So is this? I think this is all we got for the Game of Thrones stuff right here. We just got a little teaser, which is cool. I'm for that. I'm for getting a little teaser. Let's go ahead and play it. Let's tease you guys. We already got copyright strikes. We don't even fuck around with those anymore. Like, we don't even care. We're like Mad Max in the Thunderdome out here, baby. Why even make that? Let's replay that. Why even make this? Like, way to blue ball me, HBO.
Well, no, some nerd was like, "Oh, did you see they're going to be on that land?
Yeah.
That land mass, and then it means this character's going to come out."
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Did you see? If you pause, you're going to see that they're over Westeros and. Oh,
yeah. Westeros.
Way over my head, bro.
Lil Khaleesi in the house. Yeah. All right, so this is based off of the Hedge Knight. It's also a book that they did. Let me tell you what it's about. A century before the events in A Song of Ice and Fire, a squire named Dunk picks up a sword and shield of his dead master and enters into a tournament to begin his career as a knight. But Sir Duncan has much to learn about this world of knights and nobles, and as he attempts to find a sponsor who will allow him to enter the tournament, he makes friends and enemies readily. Dunk is capable fighter and has a strong sense of honor, but is that enough for him to become a true knight in the eyes of the others, or is he just a young man living a delusion and putting those he knows in grave danger? Adapted from the George R.R. Martin novella, the special hardcover. Oh, wait, hold on. That's a hardcover of the comic. But anyways, you guys can find the comics out there. They're out there.
I got one question.
Related to,
is that
who's Duncan? Who's Sir Duncan related to? Do we know? Go ahead, Richie.
Is that brother fucker in here? Khaleesi? brother fucker.
Is he related to Tim Duncan?
Yeah, probably. Who is Duncan? Sir Duncan Dunk? He's like a long lost uncle of somebody.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Let's see here.
But he's gonna fuck his sister.
Yeah.
In the HBO show.
Yeah.
Tell me the story. We need him to fuck his sister.
Yeah.
House of the Dirty Uncle.
And we've got gold, baby.
Here's the comic
Everybody's
book.
incest.
This is the first issue right here. Second issue. These are the trade paperbacks, actually.
Wilbert says, I thought they made this already, and it was called The Knight's Tale.
Yeah, right? You got some good covers on these, though, to be honest. They're not bad.
Dunkin' Donuts.
It's like Dunkin' something. Dunkin', I don't know. Dunkin' egg. Well, I don't know. What ham and egg, ham and cheese. Anyways, so that was out there. There was also, did you guys see the Penguin trailer came out too?
Nah, I didn't see that. I heard it was good though.
Let's take a look at it. We don't give no fucks over here about no stinking badges. All right, here we go. Copy video URL. Let's go over here. Let's go. Boom. Let's do it.
This is one of those moments when you gotta ask yourself, what kind of life do I want?
That was badass right there.
The world ain't built for guys like us. That's why we gotta take whatever we decide is ours. It's Carmine Falco's right hand.
Try to push me out. Whoa, hey! You ain't seen what I can do.
This is gonna be
If you
dope.
step out of line, even once, I'll gut you like a goddamn fish. Can you imagine? The people saying my name in the streets after you're gone. Have it mean something. The new Kingpin of Gotham.
That's good. That's how you do a teaser, HBO.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's great, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, that looks good.
Bro,
right?
it's about time, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get some good shit going, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I wonder if they pull from the new 52 Penguin solo series. I wonder, that might be some spec.
I love this shit though. Like people are saying, it looks like he's a Soprano movie, and that's what I think it is. I think it's just Colin Farrell playing, Tony Soprano. That's what I feel like it is, right?
Right, in Gotham?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can dig it.
So that looks really, really good. What characters are going to be in it? Let's see here. Carmine's daughter, Sophia Falcone, Alberto Falcone, Salvatore Maureen, not going to work here anymore. And it looks like a bunch of people they don't want to name. Let's go take a look at the IMDb.
You think there'll be an appearance from Batman? Old Bats?
Not gonna work here anymore.
Hey,
yo,
bro, it's my little brother. Holy
How are
shit!
y'all?
What's up, man? How you doing, Aaron?
Chilling.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Who's gonna be the new characters that are gonna be showing up in Penguin? You know any
new character? I don't know any.
It's supposed to be like Dr. Frothius,
Professor Pig, maybe.
Yes, I think so. No, I think that's the spec on it. I think
Okay.
that's the spec on it. But
Yeah, that was kind of weird, right, Patrick? Like fucking Tom King, man. Don't turn into Dan.
Who would you
Slaughter,
like
though.
to see though?
the Riddler, supposed to be in
Clayface.
it.
Oh, Clayface would be good. But I mean, would they really do Clayface if they're doing? Isn't he supposed to have like his own series or something like that?
Exactly. Open him up on here.
Oh, okay.
Bring him in.
That's a good
you
idea.
know?
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't sure if they were connecting it at all, or if it's, what DC's been doing is like on its own universe, but could tie in eventually at some point, or have Easter eggs of other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of, Brian? I'm thinking of the DC Creature Commandos with G.I. Robot and Lady Frankenstein, Rick Flag Sr., which is going to be voiced by Frank Grillo, who played Crossbones.
I like Grillo.
Yeah, I love him, man, and he's a pretty high level Muay Thai guy. Not
Yeah.
the best jiu-jitsu, but
Yeah, dude, I like Grillo. I like him a lot. He's a big friend with who is it? Joey Diaz. He's a big buddy of Joey Diaz. Uncle Joey. All right, let me try and fix these damn alert box. People are signing up for memberships and everything, and come on, we got to fix this. They need to be getting told that everything's working okay. All right. Yeah, man, I think that's going to be good shit, dude. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see how it plays out.
Wasn't there someone that recently reviewed it, like someone on YouTube that says it wasn't any good or was average? Or
The
something?
Penguin?
Yeah,
Really? No way.
I could have sworn I saw a thumbnail that said like 5.5 out of 10 or something like that before jumping on.
Oh, that was.
But I mean, I obviously I didn't watch it because I'm here. But
There's a lot of clickbait out there, man. I click on one guy. I'll keep him nameless, but like he put something on there and then you click on it and like he doesn't talk about any of the shit that he put on his thumbnail. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was thinking of reaching out to him. I go, hey, bro.
And it wasn't April Fool's Day.
Is that how you get all your followers, dude? You just put a whole bunch of bullshit on there? Like I'm going to review the Secret Wars movie right now. Stay tuned. It's like, fuck you, man, liar.
Yeah.
It's like I'm interviewing my good friend Filoni. So
Yeah, me and Donnie Cates are gonna have a round table, with Alan Moore, and get down to the bottom of what's going on with comic books these days. Stay tuned. Donnie couldn't make it. No, neither could Alan Moore. I reached out to his agent. We'll get that fixed, folks. Sorry about that. But let's just imagine they're here.
Here's what they would have said if they.
Yeah,
were
here's
here.
what they would have said, because I know Donnie.
Shout out
It's
to
the written
AOA.
script. Yeah.
All right. I don't know what's going on, you guys. I'm trying to fix all the alerts. They're saying DNS server error, so I don't know if Streamlabs is getting fucked up or what, but they could be. It could be. All kinds of crazy hackers out there doing all kinds of crazy shit.
How about this? If you join for a membership, we'd love you.
Yes,
All
we
right.
do.
So
We do.
there won't be any sounds tonight of farts or anything like that, but we'll acknowledge you when we get a chance.
Well, now I'm curious to know if you're having the DNS errors or if it's their servers. I would assume their servers if you're still streaming.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Most likely. All right. What else did we have? We had, okay, let's get into it. We got to talk about it now. Now, since Hood already talked so much shit about it, it was actually really bad. I'll be honest.
Yeah, he's a fucking thief, bro.
Well, hold on. We're not talking about that yet. We're talking.
okay.
Jumping the gun.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Marvels.
Oh, okay.
Hey, don't talk too much shit. I have that 18, 1 in 25. I'm hoping it keeps on going up in value.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's do this. All right, so the Marvels trailer came out, and the only thing that the reason why I don't like it is I don't like the premise. I don't like the plot. I don't like how they did this thing where like they're doing this weird like what is that? What was that movie back in the day that was like a Disney movie where the two girls are twins and they
Freaky Friday, dude.
whatever. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're doing some kind of weird Disney shit in here, not comic book shit. And this could have been awesome, but let's go ahead and watch it. Let's get to it.
Captain Rambo? What the hell are you doing?
See, he shouldn't have said that. He should have said, "What the fuck are you doing?" No, I'm just joking.
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury. Hello?
Monica.
Hello?
Captain Rambo?
Is this an Avengers test?
I'll be honest. I like her.
Yeah.
Dude. I think she's great, dude. I think she's perfect.
Where's Captain Rambo?
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you... I could totally show you. No! I'm not again! Hi. Where's our daughter? Wherever you were.
I love that, dude. I love that, bro. I love how she says, "Oh my God." She sounds like she's in pure terror, dude. Listen to this. All right, was that evil Dr. Marvel or Captain Marvel right there? Or is that a different chick? Where's Richie when we need him?
Some people say that's Star.
Really?
See, yeah, see how the star is on her back?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kinda. No.
No, because of the flat ass.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
Yeah. I was about to say, dude. They did a little. They threw a little Coomer action in here for all the Brienne whatever Coomers out there that think she's hot. They showed her tits. They didn't show her
We're a
flat
team.
ass.
No, we're not a team. We're not a team.
See, Coomer. They had to do it. Let's show it to all you Coomers out there. There you go. Here you go. No ass shots, but they will show her boobies. Big Leg, what up, brother?
What's happening?
Did you see the trailers all week?
Yeah, the Don't Tell Me to Smile.
Yeah.
A little harkening back from some BC Boy love. Yeah.
I know.
You hear me all right?
I'm just giving a lot of shit. Yeah, you sound perfect.
Okay.
I'm feeling good today, so I'm just doing a lot of complaining. It's always good that McClay complains.
I don't know. I didn't hate the Marvels. I like the I don't know. Oh, I feel like Bree can grow on me, and I think and I'm one of the people, even though a lot of people in our groups and stuff, which I pay more attention to than I do a lot of the other online stuff, didn't really like Miss Marvel, but I did. The first half was better than the second half. Went a little loony on me, but I don't know. They did pretty well with her character, and I don't care if they use her to have power bands instead of stretchy arms.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather watch power bands than stretchy arms on TV, to tell you the truth. So
here's the question.
But power bands can stretch arms.
I'm glad Richie's back. Richie, is there supposed to be like a dark Captain Marvel thing going on in that?
Captain Marvel number 12 from this Kelly Thompson series, your first Dark Carol. That's that storyline right there. I don't know. I honestly really don't know, but we're gonna go through this. We're gonna go through the synopsis real quick.
Yeah.
And then also a spec play that I connected today when I went back and checked the source material on this movie.
Richie killing it like regular. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right. Let me get my shit up. Thank you guys for watching. Any of you guys that flip, trade, grade, and you use a carrier or postal service or UPS or what have you to ship comics, make sure you use Gemini Comic Supply and use Popcorn 99, all one word. You'll get 10% off your next order. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Popcorn Culture. It's going to be Popcorn Culture until we reach 1,000, until we become monetary, and then we're going to change the name. But as of right now, Popcorn Culture, culture spelled with a 1 instead of an L on YouTube. Please like this content here on MCM. I'm affiliated. This is my brother's channel, along with these guys on the panel. And if you can give me a subscription, double click that notification bell. I promise you'll be notified with some really good content coming up. I have a lot of really good stuff planned for this year. All right, so Netflix orders Stranger Things animated spinoff. This is a little bit of older article. Came out about 36 hours, maybe 2 days ago. The Upside Down is about to look quite different as Netflix has seemingly decided to move forward with an animated series that takes place in the world of Stranger Things. It seems Eric Robles is working on this series with Flying Bark Productions. He has quite a varied background with this series: random cartoons, fanboy, I think Chum Chum, and then the most notable, of course, is Glitch Text. The latter was a Netflix and Nickelodeon corporation, which means Robles has some experience working with the streaming service, but there's now an board of his co-creator, Dan Milano, who is also involved, which should bring in the animated series. The animated spinoff will be produced by the Duffer Brothers under their new Upside Down label, and
that's badass.
Looks like to be a full go right now. So I'm pretty excited about it. I know we got like a little alert on Key Collector, but I just wanted to give you guys a bird's eye view from a really reputable site and let you guys know it's happening. All right, so Marvel unveiled, of course, the trailer, which you guys just went. I think you guys just went over. Sorry, I was off. So I got some upsetting news a second ago, and I had to go take care of it. But Marvel Studios also unveiled the first official synopsis of a destabilized universe.
Richie, can you
When
start
her-
that? Can you start that over again? I lost sound.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
Okay.
lost it right as you said. Marvel unveils their first official synopsis.
Okay, so this is the first official synopsis for the Marvels. It says, in the Marvels, Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, has reclaimed her identity from the Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. But unintended consequences see Carol shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe when her duties send her to a wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary. Her powers become entangled with that of Jersey City super fan Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel, from the D Plus show, of course. And you guys know her from the comics. And Carol's estranged niece, now S.A.B.E.R. Saber, astronaut Captain Monica Rambeau. Together, the unlikely trio must team up and learn to work in concert to save the universe in Captain Marvel 2, titled The Marvels. So, yeah, that's just kind of like your solicit right there. It's not really much to go on, and then you have what Joe was talking about earlier. But I went back and I checked the source material on this, and I want to show you guys something here. So let's get into this spec real quick. All right, here's the spec right here, but we're gonna get to that 1 second. You guys are probably if you're FOMO'd, you probably bought this book yesterday. But if you're old school, you probably got like Sean and you're a bin digger like these guys. You probably got about 20 of those that have been in the fucking toilet paper box forever. But it goes along with this report. Okay, Marvel Studios confirms the identity of Zaw Ashton's Kree revolutionary, reveals casting of Daniel Ings. Okay, so I'm just gonna go out there and put it because I consider him a good dude and I like Key Collector, but I think the information that he put out was wrong. He said the character is confirmed. The character is not confirmed. The character is actually an MCU original character. So kind of like how I could put it in, I guess put it in layman's terms. What did they do with Justice Peace in Loki? They made them those Justice Please, Justice Love, those TVA people. They made them like C-1500. They took their cannon and they turned it into a melting stick or whatever, right? So that's the Earth 1999 twist universe on the source material because it's not comic accurate, as you know. Well, the characters that we're talking about here is a loose base of these two characters right here that are first appearance in Silver Surfer 53. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up this article. It shows it confirmed. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now the character's name, you guys know, is Aldan. Okay, it's the general in the Kree space fleet. All right. And I believe it's either this one. I believe it's this one, right? And then the second one, the other character that this character in the Marvels, the bad guy who's supposed to be mashed up at MCU twist, Earth 199, whatever, is named Dar-Benn, and Dar-Benn is this person's partner and is this person. Both these people are male, so they're going to gender swap the character, and they're going to put this woman and then the other I forgot the other like she's not on the picture, but this woman and another woman, they're going to gender swap the characters, and they're going to make one's going to be an alter ego, and the other one is going to be a mashup of that character, of those two villains in the source material right here and right here, by the names of Aldan and Darbin. Now I went back and I read, I connected dots, so on and so forth. Got to keep in mind the MCU, Marvel Studios, MCU continuity. They do their own twist. They have their own universe. It's they make their own original characters, like they're going to do here with this character, this villain that's going to be in the Marvels. Okay, so in the comics, these two characters only made like 3 or 4 appearances, and I believe they died around the same time. First appeared and died around the same time, but the person the character that they are fighting in the source material in the comics, the Spec that nobody's talked about yet, is here. Recognize?
Boom.
Right here.
That's sick.
Deathbird is Aldan and Darbin's nemesis in the comics. And as you can see, this is now starting to become an iconic run, right?
Yeah.
With Miss Marvel and all that, because she gets her power, and there's so much cool stuff in this run. And on top of that, we heard rumors back years ago that they were going to start taking characters from this run, just never came to. So this book's pretty cheap right now. You can get Mark Jeweller's edition, and you can also get I believe there's a price variant. I don't remember if it's September or July, but Bryan probably knows more about that. And yeah, there's that. And I like this one. It's cheap and it's easy play. Even if it doesn't come through, you're gonna get probably a mid to high grade 20 to 15 to probably at the most $49 book. That's you should have in your collection anyways.
There's a UK and a Mark Jewelers is what I see.
Very
the number 9.
Thank you for that.
Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I know that was a big book. I mean, people were looking for that book for years before the Marvel's book came out because they just like that character. So, Lilandra's sister in the X-Men. Exactly. There you go. Good shit. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. I'm just hoping that at some point we'll get a Rogue Carol Danvers movie or something, and kill off Carol Danvers at some point.
You mean Brie Larson?
Yeah.
Just kill Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And that would be awesome if she was Dark Brie Larson.
Yeah.
I remember I spent a whole episode of Unpressable calling her Brie Olson.
That's awesome.
At least probably before there were a lot of chat people and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, it's like, dude, that's one of Charlie Sheen's babies or whatever he had, right?
Yeah. And when he was all tight.
Forget what he called them. What do you call his girls? Old crew he had.
His
goddesses.
Remember. Yeah, his goddesses. Yeah. Charlie.
You see where my mind. We see where my mind was anyway.
Dude's a fucking crazy nutball. Lots and lots of drugs in that one. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, it looked fun as hell.
Did you guys hear this shit? Harry Potter, they're redoing Harry Potter?
I mean, if you own... Yeah, I heard about that.
Is it because of the reception of the video game?
I don't know. They're doing a reboot. Max orders a new Harry Potter television series with a 10-year order adapting all books from J.K. Rowling's beloved series.
Can't wait.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you redo that series? Why don't you just do new cool shit?
I mean, it's only cool if you're doing like a 10-year bid up north and and fuck some kind of prison, or you're at least doing a year in jail and you can read the books.
Yeah. Did you hear Marvel did Endgame and then they restarted too? We're like, what?
I hope they reboot everything they put out on Disney Plus, man. You know, let's start it again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That shit's fun.
Does that mean we get like a free subscription then if we already signed up?
Yeah,
this
no
far?
shit. WandaVision Redux. Oh man.
All right, let's.
Crazy.
We got some. We got to get into it. We got to get into the craziness, right? We got to get into. I gotta find. Do we have a link to Bozo's interview?
Who's Bozo?
You'll see.
Bozo. We have a horse cock. We have.
All right, let me see if I can find it. Where's that guy? Do we have a link to it anywhere? I thought I saved a link to it.
Hey, Cosmic One, I put one of these in your box just to let you know. So,
did you guys hear about? Well, let me just do this first. Let's get into it. You guys ready? You guys know what we do. Hold on. We do it like this.
Into the new, into the into the
What am I missing here?
Drama. Sean doesn't know
Mama.
about it yet. Well, let's start it off slow, you guys.
A little out of the loop for 5 days or something.
Yeah, let's start it off slow. Let's bring
Oh, boy.
Sean in slow. Did you guys? So
Christ.
I think on the last comic book drama alert, we had what did we have? We had the 480 damaged copies that Big Time Collectibles said that they had for that Spider-Man 7. You remember that?
Yeah.
And Marvel gave
they're
them
gonna allocate orders, right?
Yeah, Marvel gave them the what is the three amigos salute. I always used to love that Three Amigos salute back in the day.
They'll just go they can just go ahead and print however many they want, can't they?
Well, they can print as many of these as they want because look what they're going to do, you guys. And I guess a bunch of people were ordering 5-packs of those, right?
Right.
And it sounds like, we got another. Let's bring in another combatant. What up, James?
What up? Sorry, I heard
What up,
drama
James?
and I came running.
Hey, bro.
Drama.
So Big Time Collectibles got screwed over, and so did their customers who ordered 5-packs of those books. They're not getting those books, the customers that ordered them or Big Time Collectibles. And here's the problem. So Big Time Collectibles, instead of just refunding those people, or they probably asked if they could refund it. I don't know. I'm sure they probably sent them a message. But it sounds like instead of giving them those books, what I'm hearing is instead of getting your 5 copies of number 7 first print, they're going to give you a 1 in 25 second print and 5 copies of their exclusive. Is that right? Is that what I'm hearing? Do you guys hear this?
Okay. So what for their original price? So whatever. I don't know what they charge for the 5-packs in the first place of the regular cover.
Cover price or below, right? Cover price or below.
Dude, if they're selling 5-packs, I doubt it. But that would what I would assume.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably guess around $20. Like that seems reasonable.
Am I off on this? Am I wrong on this? Do we am I
I thought they were giving them second prints to replace the first prints. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like one of their exclusive covers or just like, just.
Are you fucking kidding me? I told you. I fucking told you guys because I had an insider. All right.
The what? What happened?
Nothing. All right, here we go. So this is what Big Time Collectibles put out. We wanted to let you know we have heard and seen the rumors and video out there concerning the Spider-Man 7 situation. What has been suggested about the situation in Big Time Collectibles is an absolute lie and could potentially be considered slander against us. Big Time Collectibles does not operate that way and will not operate that way when it comes to handling our customers' books. We ordered plenty of the book to be able to fulfill all orders and even have extras, as it was our intention to be able to offer other options such as guaranteed 9.8 graded copies. However, as you saw in the emails that we posted between us and PRH, we were shorted as many as we could, or we were shorted books and such. We were unable to fulfill all orders. We did fulfill as many as we could and did it as fairly as we could. Everyone that ordered got something. There was no one that didn't get a copy of the book. For the most affected were the ones that ordered multiple 5-packs of the book. No copies were held back to be sold on other selling platforms under different names or by different people. We are constantly trying to provide better customer service and put our customers first. Anyone that was allocated books on their order will be receiving one set of the second print exclusive, which is a trade plus virgin. So look at that. They're giving... Listen, here's where they fucked up. They shouldn't be giving them the exclusive. You know what I mean? Well, they should give them the exclusive free and then add them something else, because people are going to complain. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but you know what people are going to do. People are going to be like, I don't want a cheesy exclusive. I wanted the actual book, right? I know that's probably.
Did they refund them though?
I'm not sure.
Like, are they saying, sorry, you don't get your money back, this is your replacement?
I read it
if
as
you
though-
refund them and give them something free, then fucking good shit.
I read it. That's how I was reading it. I mean, if you scroll back up, it says in there at no additional cost. I would assume they refunded the books that were allocated,
It
right?
says
Because
anyone that was allocated books on their order will be receiving one set of the second print exclusive trade plus version at no additional charge. This is a small way we can hopefully apologize for the situation. Okay, so they are giving them a free...
it sounds like they refunded them and then said, hey, we're sorry, so here's a copy of our second print.
If that's the case, then nobody can complain.
It doesn't say refund. It doesn't say anything about refunding money.
But they would have.
I think
that's a vague word. That's a very vague word saying that at no additional cost. There doesn't say anything about returning the original.
Let's see what the comments say.
Although I agree with you, but I do think that the word allocated alludes to partial refund.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
you mean like deposit? Gotcha. Okay.
Like
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
I see
know.
that.
you
All right,
do the
so-
math. That's what I assume. You're right. Doesn't say specifically the word refund, but I think allocated.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. 4 out of 5 retailers, and then there's always that fifth that wants 50% up front. I got you.
So our boy Manny the comic collector, is all up in them guts. He's fucking all up in them guts. He's giving it to him. And so Manny says, love how you're vaguely threatening people with legal action to those who have their opinion on the matter. What a nice way to confine customer loyalty. And then Nelson came in here and said, Manny, think you might be reading into it what you want. And Manny said, potentially be considered slander. What could that possibly mean? Lol, keep up the great work. So, yeah, I mean, he did say, that is quoted from it, potentially could be slander. You can't start throwing around that slander word and not mean it, right? So, anyways, we'll keep an eye on this. This is something that kind of blew up over the past couple days. A lot of people reached out to me about this. I don't know what to think, man.
It's because Dan Slott needed his copies, bro. So they shorted them, and it all went to the slot man.
That's slot. Sorry.
Hey, by the way, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I gotta get them all.
7, 8. We got 8 new logo metal covers that are going to be coming out of Big Time Collectibles. Listen, man.
How many colors?
I did have a nice insider that dropped a little birdie on the wire for me. And here's the thing. You cannot hate the guy for making money and wanting to make money.
Okay.
Right? You
Okay.
can't. You can't. But
I don't. That's never been my MO. That's
but
for fucking sure.
But I can hate the people that want to buy all these, man. Don't fucking do it.
Nah, man, let people spend their money where they want, dude.
I know. I'm just
Only, yeah. The only one is the only one that pisses me off is what the overprint from the artist that we covered with everybody live last week.
Is this?
That's not the same story as this. That's shady as fuck.
Wait,
That's
hold
weird.
on. We gotta talk shit now.
Are
Hold
those
on.
Mario
here.
titties.
That's
fucking
exactly
here?
what I'm saying. What is going on with Mario titties,
Bro, don't show that
dude?
next to my face, dude.
What is going on here, bro?
Come on.
Stop this cheesy shit, you guys. This is so cheesy.
God, dude, it's come on. Just get. I'm sorry. I know this always happened, but the internet brings it out. We all, you know what I mean.
Next thing you know, we're gonna see a fucking cock on the front of a comic, dude.
Oh my god!
Just big old schlong.
What?
We're gonna see
going on?
Superman with his cock
You
hanging
think that
out.
doesn't happen? That happened.
Hold on.
That happened.
We've
in
already
the
seen
70s.
Batman.
Batman, damn, Batwing.
Oh yeah, but
Hey,
I
this will
sold
be
a
on the
Batman
cover.
damn set for like $1,200, dude. That was amazing.
I know,
Fucking
dude.
Batwing 10.0s. All right.
I think if people are gonna do titty covers, they should at least make them entertaining. Like, why not do a Donkey Kong one where he's wearing like a bikini bottom and it's this, with his meat suit hanging out? 'Cause I'd buy that. I'd buy that book in a heartbeat.
Would you make that book though?
I would
Jonathan-
make that book. Yeah,
Drinking a Bud Light.
Jonathan's like, stop, giving him ideas.
Hold on. We got to get into a topic because Hood said, when are we going to start? We're going to start seeing dick covers and shit. We're already seeing them, bro. And that gets us into
We saw
our...
them in the 70s and shit too. It's just the internet and the exclusive stuff. And like, I don't know, man. You had to look in the guides and get your LCS guy to order your Zenoscope covers, dude. I know there's a lot of
You gotta
exclusive
order
Zenoscope
that for
stuff,
me.
dude.
sir.
You know what I mean? Some people just dig a Zenoscope at the at the thing. I bought some of the sexy ones, but not like naked cartoon porn covers. I don't know. I don't know. It makes me just feel weird.
All right.
Right.
So for our second part of comic book drama alert, we're going to do a little commentary. We're going to go on double speed commentary, you guys. And we're going to hear about our friend Toad and some stolen art from our boys at Comics Elite. Sean Hudaku dropping the knowledge in here. Let's get to it.
Yo,
dude, what's going on?
Hello.
We got to double
What's
that
up, everyone? So this is very impromptu. Was not planning on doing this tonight, but that's okay. So, oh man, there's so much happening right now. I'm getting messages left and right, up and down, left, right, and center. Geesh, let me tell you.
Love you, Adam.
About some stuff that's going on. So I decided, like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live.
Hell
I'm just
yeah.
gonna go live and talk about this stuff. So
That's the best way to do it.
I'll kind of get things set up here. I'm not
Don't
ready for
even
this, like I said.
don't
I'm not
even
prepared
plan
for
it.
this.
Don't even plan it. Just fucking go live. Just do it. We'll do it live. You're not gonna plan anything. Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it live.
But
That's what I'm doing now.
I'm going to.
That's what I always
get
do, bro. Come on.
More prepared as I go.
More
Thanks,
prepared?
Mr. Zealand. Yeah, man, I love this merch shirt. It's pretty
Sean
cool.
is
I'm gonna have a thumbnail.
one of the
Let me edit this
OGs in the game.
I made one.
And fast
Like,
forward,
I'm brand
bro.
new.
What are we
Like, it's my
doing?
first.
Yeah,
It's my
what's happening?
first.
Yeah, come on.
Do you think he knows he's live?
Been getting a ton of messages.
Yeah, he knows. I saw this earlier, man. Fast
What's up,
He
forward.
Yeti?
doesn't know how to
What
point
up?
his Yeti, but
What
other than
up?
that,
Where are we at?
So
Right
I
here.
have all kinds of.
Here we go.
Bro, this motherfucker was
boy.
selling J. Scott
I
Campbell
like
covers,
can't.
bro.
Yeah, watch
100%.
this.
I saw those.
I guess I do want to present. That's weird.
Yeah,
That's a
but
new
they
thing.
were.
All right, here we go.
What I'm talking about.
bootleg.
Some of them are very risque,
Oh, the guy he
So I
caught.
can't,
I don't know
yeah.
the story. I don't know what we're waiting for. I
Watch.
don't know what we're.
so I can't.
This is where he talks about it, I think.
I can't show all of them. Oh yeah, he updated the post with some stuff I sent him. Okay, so here we go. So yes, Mr. Nathan Zerdy made a post. Now this happened. I'm going to back up a minute. So let's go to Mr. Nathan Zerdy. There he is. What a great fella. I'm going to message him right now.
No, don't. Just tell us the story, Sean. Come on, let's get into it, brother. Speed it up.
Okay. So Mr. Nathan Zerdy, somebody must have messaged him and said, hey, man, this dude is selling your stuff. There's a screenshot of a screen. Duh. That was funny. There's a screenshot of a screen. Hey, Nerdette, what's up? Got some drama going on. All right, so somebody sent Mr. Nathan Zerdy a screenshot of this.
Not just drama, Sean. Comic book drama.
Dude's whatnot so. And this is a cover he had up. The Toads Comics was the seller. There's his grape right there, hiding behind the stuff, behind the words. And then this is a commission probably that Zerdy did, or a print that he has, right? This dude took that image. Oh, sorry, not Toad. Another guy. Somebody took this image and overlaid the trade dress over the top of it. The barcode.
Sounds like Imagination Inc., right? We've caught in a couple of them lately. This is the third time we're catching people printing covers and slapping them on guts.
The creators down here, the Harley Quinn anniversary special, this is not a cover. This is stolen art made to look like a cover. Now, Toad was selling these as custom covers, right? Custom covers. He says they're custom covers. There's a better shot. This is all trade dress that he probably just photoshopped and manipulated. It's really not hard to do over somebody's image, right? So, and then, man, the internet blew up. All the comments on here, right, about this thing. So, let me go back to the top. Okay, so I saw this guy's stream. I saw a Toad stream. I was laying in bed. I was literally laying in bed, and I just so happened.
So basically, the gist of it is this guy basically got some books, right? That, well, let's just let him explain it, huh? Here we go.
Here I am. Okay, I'm gonna share a screen. What I'm gonna do? What can I do to put something over this?
Jesus, bro, just get to it.
I'm sorry, man.
Town today, not in a good way.
It's okay.
Yeah, I would say so. So first, I got to say this, man. Like, good for you for being willing to come on here in a live stream. I totally honestly, I just ambushed you. I just messaged you like, hey man, I'm going live. You want to talk about this? So I mean, good on you for being willing to do that, right?
Well, I know a lot of people don't believe that it was an honest mistake. So I'm not going to hide from it. I'm not going to run from it. I mean, it happened. So, and then there's the comments. He's not sorry that it happened. He's sorry he got caught. No, if I would have known, I wouldn't have been doing it. I based it off of an assumption of other people selling them, and I was wrong assuming that it was okay. So that's where my thing comes from of why I was doing it. If I would have known it was wrong, I wouldn't have been doing it. And a lot of people that know me know that. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm making dinner, so you're gonna follow me around.
No, that's okay, no problem. So when I first saw this, here's one. When I first saw these, I think the first one I saw was a Campbell cover, and it was the cover of
the her in the bathtub with the milk.
The girl in the bathtub with the milk, and someone just literally almost like photoshopped or drew over it to have her bazonkers out. So somebody made it a naughty cover.
Right.
And I commented in your stream, I said, hey man, like, you might want to tell whoever's making these to at least take the artist signatures off of there if they're going to bootleg these things.
And I want to apologize to you, Sean. I truly wasn't trying to be a dick, okay? I know I came across that way, but like I tried to explain to you the other day, that if I came into your live stream and started doing that, I think anybody would develop a little bit of a small attitude while they were trying to do a live stream, and we're doing that.
I'll give the guy that. It's being a man, it's hard not to feel away, when you feel like somebody's coming at you sideways, like, you know what I mean? You always say to people like, hey, if you're going to come at me sideways, I'm going to come right back at you sideways. You know what I mean? So I get that. I know that feeling. I know that feeling when you feel a little, as Marco Vision would say, when you feel a little sensitive. I get it.
So this guy's like basically those, which has happened many times over the years, and sometimes they get published and people pay attention to them. When you're at a con and you've got the people basically selling posters of shit that is not theirs, they're basically bootleg posters or whatever. So basically, this is the same thing. He's just doing it live with the comic cover instead. He's just using other people's art, reselling it. Yeah, I don't even know, but there's been, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of live videos and stuff where they run people out of cons because they're selling stuff. That's kind of what's going on.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yep, that's exactly what's going on. So, did you guys watch this whole interview?
I did, yeah.
What'd you guys think?
He's a fucking liar.
You don't?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that he was
trying to?
So he admitted he knew he was selling
reprinted shit.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to hear his excuse. Like Joe said.
He admitted to selling like 3 or 4 covers that he knew weren't authorized. You know what I mean?
No, he said I didn't know that I couldn't do this.
Right, but then in the interview, when he's interviewing him, he said that he admitted to knowing about 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so so supposedly the dude claimed ignorance. Chad is saying and blamed the guy that made the books
many times.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick listen.
he just downloaded that commission and put it on the back and printed it on the back. Didn't even bother to try to match up. He probably couldn't because it was so low res because he just downloaded a picture from the internet, right? Yeah. So.
But I mean, for me to go figure all that out before I sold them, that is on me.
Well, yeah. As a seller, we bear responsibility as a seller for what we're selling 100%.
I know. And like I said, I'm going to show you. I covered up everything, Sean. So there's none of the nudity is showing because I know we're on Facebook.
Oh, here we go. Hood, you asked for it. You asked for the wrenches on the books, bro, and you're going to get an eyeful right now. Everybody else close their eye but Hood.
All right. So like this one here. Oh, I got to turn my camera around. Can
Close
I turn
your
my
eyes.
camera around?
Close them.
Am I allowed to turn my camera around?
Oh, he turns it off for us.
I didn't do it.
I don't think I can. I have to go this way. So like this one here. You know, I knew this was never a cover. You know what I mean? I knew this was never a published cover anywhere in the comic industry.
Okay.
So for me to not know that he did not make that.
So I don't understand. So I'm just asking to clarify. Yeah. So you knew that wasn't knew that wasn't a published cover. None of these were published covers. You knew that, especially the Shikaris. There were 2 Shikaris in there that you knew belonged. One was Goblin Comics and the other one belonged to Totally Rad. They bought those images from him. So you knew those were somebody else's covers.
I knew those were somebody else's covers. Yes, I do.
Good for Sean for pushing that shit, man.
See?
Good for Sean for doing
that motherfucker knew.
Yeah.
So
right.
if you knew, why were you still selling it?
Motherfucker.
Know that, okay?
Yeah, dude.
Still, no excuse. I got no good excuse for that one, other than like I said.
Yeah,
I based everything off.
I'm a thief.
Of an assumption, and I assumed.
Sorry.
So I mean, people can sit here and say he's full of shit. I get it. I would think I'm full of shit too. But if you look at some of the other covers that I've watched other people sell, who actually bought from the same guy I was buying from and sold them, you would make the same assumption that if they were all bootleg, they wouldn't have been selling them either.
So, I mean, I don't look around a lot, but I've never seen these being sold. If somebody is selling these, you mentioned in your sale when I was in there, you said, I've been selling these for 2 years. You told me.
On and off. I get them about once every 4 months. I'll place an order for them. And then when I run semi-low or I run out, I'll buy some other ones. Like these ones
get
here,
a
I
lawyer,
bought
bro.
From this guy in 6 months. And I didn't get these till late February.
And never once did it dawn on you that this was not only is the trade dress completely stolen in bootleg covers, but they're stealing the art from other people. And then, like, I don't know, man, I gotta say it's a tough pill to swallow.
Oh, that's fine. I fully understand. But again, like I said, I based it off an assumption. Nobody wants to believe me. I'm not gonna name the other company's name, but I watched another big comic store sell them. They bought them from me. They sold them. I bought more. I sold them. They stopped buying them because they weren't having any luck selling them. I took it as that's why they stopped, because that's what they told me. So I looked at it this way: if they didn't consider them bootleg or they didn't consider them wrong to sell, then I guess why should I?
You know what I hope happens over this? I hope this starts the conversation with all the fucking bootleggers out there. I hope this starts the conversation. We've got one of the big guys out there, right? One of the big dogs out there. One of the there's like 10 big dogs out there, right? We need at least one of those big dogs out there to put a spotlight on it. And so we can start saying there's more people doing this. There's a lot of people doing this, and they're fucking ripping people off. As a matter of fact, you remember that during the market report last week, we found that guy selling those fake Golden Age books, the newsprint books? That guy is still selling those newsprint books. He sold a couple this week for like $200+, and they're just reprints, man. So there's tons of people doing this, and we got to stop this shit because you know what? Guess what? It not only devalues Toad's comics, it devalues Sean's comics. It devalues James' comics. It devalues Ant's comics. It devalues every fucking retailer's comics out there. Just like the shit that happened with Ryan Brown and Charles Soule and Image and 8 Billion Genies. Now, like, this is the same type of thing. You're devaluing everybody's books by printing shit out of a printer and folding that shit down the middle and saying it's a comic. Right, because that's basically what they're doing. If there's no guts in there, and 2, lying about print runs and print counts, you're ruining it for us all, man. Fuck that. So I'm glad Sean pressed them. Let's continue that. Shout out to AOA for gifting many memberships.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You guys can sit here and say I'm full of shit, and I get it. But like I said, I made an assumption, and I assumed wrong. I mean, I don't want to keep. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but I don't want to keep the same horse when that's basically what I based it off of.
No, I understand. Like, you know, I don't.
The batter's up.
Dude, AOA just gifted a shit ton of memberships, you guys. Shout out to AOA. You're the best, bro.
Yeah. Nice. To not think that
this guy is talking so much. I think he's trying to spin right now.
So
I think he's full of it.
He's out there hanging himself.
So, you know, I'm not going to keep beating you up over it. We had a very, you know, I was trying to not be a dick in our conversation, our private messages we had, but I got to tell you, I responded to, you know, when I jumped into your sale, and I just started asking some questions, you were super hostile in the response. And then here's another thing that kind of blows me away. And I will take you to task on this one too. You were telling your guys these could be graded as art.
Because that's what I was told.
But come on, man, how long have you been selling comics? And then you even said, you told me, I said,
I've been selling these kind of comics since December 21st of 2021.
So you can't, again, you got to bear responsibility for what you tell your customers. So in the same sale, you're telling them, hey, these are custom covers. You can buy these things, and you're selling them for 20 some bucks a pop, if not more. And then you're like,
yeah, exactly. That's what it means to be a whatnot influencer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can totally get graders art. And then when I pipe up, and I'm just saying, I might know a effing thing or two in the comic industry. You think you might give me a little bit of credibility for being around for a minute and knowing I've submitted a book or two of my time to the grading companies, right? So when I come in and I say, hey, you can't get these graded, you freaking laughed at me and you were like, you can get stuff graded that isn't art as art. And I was like, did you just say that sentence? That makes no sense. Like, why would you say that?
Again, I got that answer from another company.
So so you're getting a lot of bad advice from a lot of bad people, bro. You must be talking to some complete morons and doing business with complete morons if they're selling you fake ass covers.
No, it's not doing business with complete morons. It's being a complete moron.
Dude, but didn't you hear he's been selling comics for a year and a half?
Yeah.
Was stolen
art.
And he's 72 years old.
Under his current new eBay fucking store, he's probably had 3 in the past over the last 20 years.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, I don't understand why he's walking around during this interview.
Bro, he's got to get his steps in. Look at this guy.
Bro, he's nervous, bro.
Yeah,
he's walking around like
because he
John.
got caught or whatever. Like, because he's like a nervous tick or whatever.
He's walking around like Jared from Subway, man. Like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, if this guy played poker and he went all in, I'd call Instacall.
100%.
Yeah, bro, this shit's crazy, dude. Let's continue.
Covers graded as art. What kind of morons? You need to really think about who you're doing business with. I'm just saying. And I would also advise that when somebody swoops into your sale that knows what they're talking about, listen to them. Don't just dismiss them, right? Don't just blow them off. Like, listen to what they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Don, I get it. I fully get it. But I'm going back to the way it was handled during the show.
Bro, you know what? At this point, I don't care. I should have came in harder at you because maybe you would have shut it down earlier and maybe you wouldn't be in the shitstorm that you're in right now.
I mean, John, even if I shut it down, the 3 covers before I sold, the 3 other covers prior to when you first said something, and I did 3 covers after that, if I would shut it down then, I'd still be in the same shitstorm.
You know, and again, if someone comes to my sale, and again, I don't care. If you're trying to say that you were super hostile with me because I came into your sale and I was asking questions being hostile with you, well, you were I was just generally being a dick. You were 1,000,000% in the wrong. I had every right to come into that sale and blow you up. I should have came in way harder than I did. Way harder than I did. And I messaged you and I even said, hey man, we'll talk about this Monday. I told you we'll talk about this Monday.
I agree.
And I expected you to shut the sale down. I thought you'd be smart enough to shut this. Oh shit, Sean just come in here and said this is all bullshit. I should probably stop. But nope, you were gonna keep going. You got this. You get showing cover after cover after cover after cover. You buried yourself, man. You could have just listen to some good advice. You know what I'm saying? And then I did message you and you're like, oh, Sean's messaging me. I ain't got time for this guy. Well, you probably did have time.
Because I thought we agreed to do it on Monday.
Well, I thought you were going to shut your sale down. I thought you were smart enough to understand what you were doing. If I was in there throwing up red flags, it wasn't because, what, am I afraid of competition? Like, why else would I do that?
You know, I actually thought this was going to be, a little bit of a let me explain and let me kind of tell you what's going on and not just a recap of everything that we've already talked about.
Well, let's do this.
That's why I agreed to come in here.
No, let's do this. Let's move forward. Let's move forward with how.
Give me a second. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
I have given you a number of information since this happened. I have been nothing but helpful to bring this fucker down since this has happened. And all we want to keep doing is grinding in on me about what I did. We're not talking about, hang on, I'm not done yet. We're not talking about how I've come back and I've been trying to help you get this.
Every time somebody goes, I'm not done yet. I always think of South Park with the Canadians and they're like, can I finish? Okay, I'm finished. You know what I mean? Like, I always see that in my head. I'm going to clip that.
Fucker shut down. Because I want to shut down just as bad as anybody else does.
Let's go forward.
Then name him. Name him.
Do you think Sean's also being defensive on this? Because
no, I think Sean's being totally fucking.
He's one of his artists, right? Yeah. That he that he built up and helped him build up his brand and everything. So
which company is Sean?
Comix Elite.
Comix Elite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know his name.
He listen. Sean's being actually fucking nice to this guy. Like Sean's right.
Yeah.
Like he should be ripping this guy to shreds. This guy is not going to be able to sell comics. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Let's see how this plays out.
And talk about what happened after all this. So before you can, I say this to everyone in my life, bro, everyone I talk to, it doesn't matter if it's a family member, an employee, anything. Before you can move forward, you have to fully understand what happened to be accountable. I feel like you've taken your beatings, you've taken your punches. The internet's blowing up talking about you. Like,
whoa, what's going on here? Is this guy actually fucking putting peanut butter on bagels like fucking Chad Cave said? Did you call that Chad Cave? Are you kidding me, bro?
Lord.
By the way, I also love this.
Yeah, because he was moving around saying he was making dinner. So that's his dinner.
Intermittent fasting, dude. He didn't get this shit in by the end of the video, dude. That dude.
Intermittent fatting.
He's live right now.
Is he live right now?
Whatnot didn't do shit.
Wow.
Yeah, he's live right now.
Put
Hey,
the
let's
link
jump in
the-
this
the
live
private
stream,
chat.
Brian.
Put the link in the private chat.
Let's go. Let's rock.
Let's
the link.
bid it up.
Let's put the link in the private chat. By the way, I love Hartman. Hartman says, Sean looks like the guy, the creator from Girls Gone Wild or Scott Storch. He definitely looks like Scott Storch. He doesn't look like the guy that created Girls Gone Wild. All right, where's that link?
Let's do some creeping, baby.
You got that link, James?
Let's take it back to
Creeping,
2020.
Hold on.
For what not? Let me
I'll
see.
drop it.
Perry's Comics used to do it all the time. Remember?
What's it? Just Toad's Comics?
Yeah.
Yeah, Toad's Comics.
Love lurking.
Live,
Go in
30
there.
live.
Is that
I
a
wouldn't
real
get 30
comic?
live.
I just dropped
More
the link in
fake
the chat,
covers.
or in a private chat.
All right, hold on here. Let's go take
What's
a
the
look,
book title?
ladies and gentlemen, live on your side. 5 News, McClay
By
News
Jose
tonight.
Maurice. Sorry, I missed your comment. But yeah, this should be Tight Lines, Stan.
What is going on? He's
by
still
Jose
selling them?
Maurice. I
More
can open it
bootleg.
and show you if you want. But I believe that's what that is. And it's limited
Let
to
me
50.
jump in this whatnot, bro.
Any real comics? Ronnie says, any
Dude.
real comics?
We just fucking rated his show, dude.
Well, I mean, and that's another question too. Do you think he's starting to get more people like jumping into his streams because a lot of people are also talking about it? I mean, I'm not saying that he's selling stuff, but he's definitely got more attention. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. You got a full Toad ass just sitting there.
Whoa, dude. Listen, hey, listen, you guys. It's one thing to counterfeit comics. It's another thing to put bad juju on the Toad. We all know that the Toad is the bringer of goodwill. We need to get this guy to change his name. He's not allowed to use the Toad's name or put a butt on it.
This one is the She-Hulk Nice Virgin cover.
How many did we just
What bucks,
triple?
Fred? I guess you missed the title of the show too.
Did he talk to me?
Yeah.
What did he say?
So, just so you guys know, I've been cool about this whole thing. I've let people have their piece, but every one of you guys that want to come in here and spread the hate, we're just going to go ahead and.
Yeah, he's just gonna start blocking people. Don't thrash them, you guys. I don't want to send that's not what we do. We don't dox people, and we don't go and send hate raids on people. I don't want to send any hate raids. That's just not. my
Oh
thing.
man. Okay.
But that being said, this guy's gonna hang himself here. I could tell. He's just letting the rope out.
Those. Yes, I sold them, but I was not the printer. So there you are. So you can be removed from show. See you later. Bye-bye. Let's see. Who else do we got?
Somebody ask who was the printer.
Oh, just they're banning people right now.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
King? What are you talking about? Red Hood, you are next.
Yes. And you can go fuck your mother all the way inside, all the way up in there,
Who? I want to know who the printer.
all
is.
the way in. Head first. Hope you die. I said it. I don't care. I don't care.
I don't care.
You
Can
are
you go
gone.
under his soul tab to see if he's
Just
actually
let me
selling
get
a lot of these?
Screenshotted first. There we go.
We got you more viewers,
Now,
homie.
let's go back up.
Is that
We gotta
Melinda's
get pop
Comics?
cultures. There we go on that.
Oh,
one.
wait a minute. Can you buy that one for me, Brian? Mama.
Nice
Who is the printer? We
There
want
we
to
go.
know.
Major issues.
Who's
It's
the
a
printer?
Tight Lines by Jose Varice.
Who's the printer?
It's Jose Varice. It's called Tight Lines.
Hey, give me another
It's a
chance,
She-Hulk
Toad.
with Roger Rabbit and Jessica and his new girlfriend, She-Hulk.
What the fuck, dude?
Roger Rabbit, She-Hulk.
What is going on out there?
I will say though, I mean, if he's not putting,
I didn't stand. You're fine.
what if Red Hood's back? What
I'm unblockable, bro.
Here's what I don't get. I understand the whole, stealing the Harley trade logo and everything like that. And this is some weird art. Is this supposed to be a comic book? Or is this any different than like a commission? Like, what is this?
There is nothing in the guts, bro. We should ask him what's in the guts.
And then just to,
hey, it says I'm banned. I've never been banned from anything before. That's fucking awesome,
you guys are
dude.
good.
You're banned from your neighbor's yard, bro.
Nah, we're friends now, dude.
They're
We got
best friends.
we got a truce. We got a truce.
They're drinking beers together and hanging out.
Yeah, man, it's all
King.
good.
Jose Varice, tight lines.
No, printer.
He's the printer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The printer and the artist are the same
bus.
people? Is the
I
artist?
would, dude. If this dude really is this dumb and he seriously spent all this money on all this shit, just trying to get some money
Stan,
back.
the only print I
So he
should
can
have
eat
is a
more-
metal
so he
print
can eat
of
more
that
than a
Born
bagel
of
for
Blood.
dinner. I didn't have that great a dinner, but
I'm motherfucker eat. Hey, bro, there's peanut butter all over those comics right now, bro.
I love major issues.
Probably putting peanut butter on his cock, dude, just so the dog would fucking like him.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey, Spot, come here.
Look at major issues. He's like, I love what you do. Just stop by to let you know that you have morals.
Yeah, have some peanut butter.
all right.
All right, so we see where this is going. So, anyways,
she's got to drop it like it's all right. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, you just read that out loud, huh?
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. Fucking crash this shit.
Oh man, that's
Man, if I was gonna get banned, I should have did some more crazy, said something crazy. And fucking live and learn. There'll be another.
Live and let live. Live and
No,
learn.
there is another.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here we go, you guys. Like we say, sometimes when you shake up a beehive, like you get stung a few times, but fuck, man, we need to shake up more than a beehive here. We need to go after all these guys.
Hey, thanks, Doom Space Marine. That's my homeboy. He's hey, did you move to Arizona yet?
Doom Space
He
Marine.
said he was moving to Arizona.
He needs to hit me up. Tell me where you're going to which shop you're going to.
Can we please talk about the mic drop with Manscaped on renovation again? Dude, that's a classic. That might be
What'd you do,
become
Brian?
iconic. Do it, Brian.
Come on, man.
All right. So if you guys, I'm sure you guys saw the intro, right? You guys saw the intro. You guys know I love to. If there's one thing that I do on a regular basis, it's I tell people that I love Renovision, man. I love that channel. And whenever I'm watching, or whenever I'm getting ready for a show on Wednesdays and Saturdays, those shows take time to get ready. I mean, it's not like we just jump in and fucking rock. We're getting shit ready, or we're figuring stuff out. And I have like multiple monitors, so I'll put on like either Nearing Nirvana or Renovision on another monitor, and I'll just I'll as I'm working on my shit. So I'm chilling and this and that, and I hear fucking Marco going in on me, man. It's like fucking shit, bro. And you guys know, listen, me and Marco are cool. It is what it is. But like, I'll be honest. I've had a few people reach out to me recently and basically be like, "Hey, this is what I was told. This is what's going on," and da da da. And I didn't like what I heard. And then I heard people popping off on me on a stream, this and that. I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go fuck with these guys." So I said, "Throw me a link. Shoot me a link." So I jump in there, and I basically just like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, you guys are talking shit live on a show, and I can hear you guys doing it. Like, don't you think that, like, at some point, not only if I'm not watching it live, I'm going to hear about it. Just like when I say to everybody out there that there is not a group chat, there is not a group Instagram, group Google, I don't care what it is. None of what you say or what people say is private. It's getting back to the person that you're talking shit about and 10 other people. We all know the same shit. Like, I don't care what anybody says, like, oh, I got inside information. Motherfucker, we all know who people are talking shit about and who people aren't talking shit about. We all know that, right? And for the most part, we try to stay away from it. But, like, when it's people who I think are my homies that are talking shit, you know, I got to go fuck with them a bit. So I did, man. I was like, fuck it. Let's go do it. Let's go fuck with these guys. And so I went in there and I fucking threw a big fit. And what people don't realize is, you know, I gotta make a little noise to get a few fishies for my Manscaped promo, Bogcast. Promo code Bogcast, get 20% off and free shipping from manscaped.com. So I went in there and threw a little fit and said, why are you guys talking shit about me? And don't get me wrong, part of it was real. Don't get me wrong. Part of it was
Do we have
like
the footage?
Yeah, I got the footage. So
come on.
Part of it was me going like, come on, you guys, come on. Like, what the fuck? But, you know, a big part of it was me like, okay, I need to fucking
drama. Let's go.
I need to play this out. All right, here we go.
Such a great comeback right here.
Bogcast. Wait, it's commercials. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm still banned. I'm still banned from him.
Here we go. Come on, start up.
Let's
see.
Let's go. What are we doing here?
Do you really want to be in there though?
No.
All right, here we go.
I wouldn't waste your battery life then on it.
I got to it's charging.
So this is basically a quick cut of what happened. You guys can go watch the whole thing. I'm sure it's getting more views than normal.
Hey, do you think Leg knows that he's not muted?
He's like,
he
fuck
knows.
you. He
He's
knows. All right, here
That's
we go.
nice. Good job, James.
Yeah.
All right, shout out to the boys over at Renovision. Got to have some fun.
Oh, and the Young Bucks, those fucking clowns.
Hold
You go ahead.
So this is them talking shit. It's not, you know what I mean? Like,
don't worry, they'll complain about him here like they complain about my other show.
It's time to beef up the show a little bit. So let's get it started, Matt.
Let's see if we can get back on our old show again tonight.
Are you talking about a show that me, you, and Marco created?
Yeah, hey, don't we
none
still
of us are on anymore?
Don't we still own all the audio from all that shit too? Like we
do.
literally own the audio from all that shit, don't we?
You know, I would start calling this MCM, but there's already an MCM on this channel.
I love what Lopez says right here. Lopez. As soon as Lopez said this, I was like, I gotta go do this.
That was actually funny, like Kyle.
Right here.
The funniest time is when people think we don't know that they secretly watch our show so they can do their show, and they get memberships sent from AOA.
That's the one thing I don't get. That's the one thing I don't
weird.
get. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
are you saying that? I think Marco is trying to say that, like, I watch their shows to steal content or something. I don't know.
Get memberships when they're watching the show.
AOA gives
No,
us five fucking memberships.
I think he's talking about lurking.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Blocking their public YouTube stuff so that their names won't come up so they can't get caught watching our shows.
Here we go. Lopez, perfect timing.
We don't want to. Come on, we got to count it. We don't want to appear on comic drama.
I don't
Third
know what's
time.
that.
This is
So now I got to jump in.
Put up the hash.
You
What was
guys
it? What
know
was it? A
I
scan
watch
thing?
this show.
I know. That's what I'm saying. We love it.
Not only do I watch this show, I watch every Renovision show.
We know. That's what we were saying.
So why, when you talk shit about me, do you not name me so at least people know when you're talking shit about me? They know who you're talking shit about. I just don't want you guys to think that anything that I do over there is like me taking shots at you.
Bryan,
we know that. We know that.
I don't know what you do over there, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're taking this personal.
Out of here.
You
Come
have...
on, Marco. Come on.
I don't. Hey, before you do that.
So I had to fuck with them a little bit. So I jumped in. I dropped a promo code off and fucking hung around for a little bit. Just so you guys know, everybody on the show right now, anything you type in the private chat will show up below. So just a heads up.
I like all those guys, and they're good sports at the end.
For sure.
That was really fun.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, you guys, make sure you guys
Did you
go
say anything that we type in the private chat or show up?
Yeah. So remind. So look at
that. Brandon's like, sorry.
So anyways, you guys know I love Marco Vision. Make sure you guys go sub up Marco Vision. They do great shit over there at Marco Vision. It's a good channel. It's a good channel. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is comic book drama alert for tonight. Sticky Goose be damned.
I like this drama segment. It was really interactive, Bryan. Thank you.
You got booted off a show, dude.
Yeah.
Good job, Bryan.
Bro, I learned from the best.
Yeah, somebody named Toadsteel Art.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you didn't get kicked out of any shops in Houston when we were.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I typically, like, people would fuck with me when we were like burning through the heat, and they would just like. I'm surprised they didn't like constantly.
Anything I can do to help you guys find anything?
You know.
Well, that first shop we went to with Nate, I was kind of worried when the shop owner came back outside and started talking to us, where he was like, "Hey!"
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
But
Forgot
he just
about
wanted
that
to.
shop.
Yeah, but he just wanted to continue a conversation that we had started when I was checking out or whatever. So, like, at first I thought he was going to be like freak out on us, and then like where it's like, "Hey, you're on YouTube, you're buying up all
I
our
see
big
you
books,
guys."
blah blah blah. Yeah, that's because like when we were on our way there, Nate was like, "Well, this guy can be a hit or miss. Like, he's either like super nice or like he's just a dick." And I was like, kind of like, okay, cool. And then he ended up being like actually kind of cool. So
yeah,
I was kind of irritated. Like, every book was in order at Bedrock, and I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me, man. Like,
but if you
I had to put some out of order just to make me feel like I was at a comic shop, bro. Like, I was like, this isn't supposed to happen like this, bro.
But my favorite thing about digging there is if you find a book that's out of place, you know someone's hiding it.
Yes.
And it's got to be a somewhat decent book.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Yeah, man. I love that shit. Hey, you guys, I want to remind everybody, the Discord link is in the description below. Go jump on the Discord. We've got some really cool things going on in there right now. I really like some of the stuff that's going on, including the fact that we're starting up these really cool lists. We got this niche comic collecting thing that we're doing, and like for instance, bubblegum covers. Here's some recent bubblegum covers that have been dropped in the list. We've got Spider-Gwen number 19, the Resurrection variant Jubilee. Then we have a X-Factor 201 bubblegum cover with Dr. Doom. And this Nation X, another Jubilee. So, but more bubblegum covers than Mr. Longshort can shake a stick at. There's also your favorite homage covers, but only post the cool ones. Don't post the shitty ones. I don't want to see shitty ones. You know what I mean? Like, Like these are good ones so far. But and then we've got chromium covers. We've got chromium covers. Shout out to Dan Piercy, an old school OG, that's doing a quick little unboxing for his favorite Lobos or Adam Hughes chromium cover. That was a good one. I like that one a lot. Shout out to Dan. So there you go, you guys. Go check it out. Go drop some of your favorite niche comic collecting covers.
That's a double one though. That's a chrome cover,
chrome and bubblegum. Yeah. So I got aliens covers in here, which now I got to score some new alien covers. So I really like that one right there. There's a horror covers one. There's a Marvel frame covers. There's DCU covers. Speaking of DCU, we'll get into that in here in a little bit. I like this one, glow in the dark covers. I gotta get me one of the glow in dark Shadowmans. I need one of these so bad. Shadowman 16 glow in the dark. First Clayton Crane. I want to get him to like pull a rabbit out of it. So
the first magician.
Yeah, well, he can pull a rabbit out of that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so anyways, go check it out. That's the Discord. You guys can also find, if you guys are into any of the music that we play on this channel before shows, you guys can go find the playlist, the link for the playlist below. It's called Beyond Wednesday's playlist. Any songs that we play at the beginning of the live shows are in that list. And I'm also, if anybody requests or suggests any cool songs, that I like, I'll put them on the list. I think the last suggestion was Tool 46 and 2, which I added. And I also added a really good new song that I heard. Shout out to Volsey. It was the So Bored song by The Waves. That was a really fucking good song, so I threw that on the list. But yeah, if you guys like the music that you hear on Beyond Wednesdays, check out the playlist on Spotify. Also, you guys, seriously, if you guys are looking to get anything from Manscaped, we only need 8 people to use the promo code, and we get a paid sponsorship, which is huge for us. It really, really helps us out. So if you guys are thinking about buying anything from Manscaped, whether it's like a face trimmer, some ball toner, some ball trimmers, some ball spatula shit that you can put on there that helps, like it's like tanning. It's like tanning shit, and it helps your balls. Everything that Manscaped does, it helps your balls. Trust me. Like, your balls will thank you. That is their tagline. So if you're into your balls, like we're into our balls, go use the promo code Bogcast. Get
Which product would you recommend, Brian?
I will say this. I don't fuck around with Bic razors, you guys, because like that shit's just gonna you're gonna nick yourself, right? And my buddy Keith, like, dude, he fucking nicked himself one time, and we got it on camera, and we're gonna show that sometime soon. So be on the lookout for that one. So, but
sounds like it's the Rumble thing.
It is. Yeah. And by the way, you guys can check out the Rumble accounts too. Bogcast live tomorrow night, Thursday night. Check it out. It's gonna be a good show. UFOs. We're gonna be talking about another leaked document talking about alien crashes. And we're also going to talk about our boy Sam Tripoli getting called out by Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly can't take any jokes. All right, let's get into... You guys want to get into some sports card talk? I say we get into some sports card talk. Baseball is thriving right now, dude. Baseball is...
Dipping, boys.
You dipping? Thanks,
yeah,
James.
I got a prior engagement with some friends on Warzone. So.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Love you, bro.
I just came for the drama.
Make sure you guys go check out Hive Comics. You guys know we love them. Later, bro.
Later, James.
See you guys.
All right, so spring training is going crazy.
Man, I'm so glad he left. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding, James.
That was perfect timing, bro.
That was good timing.
Yeah. All right, so remember we were talking, I think, a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about, it was spring training, and Jason Dominguez was on a tear, and we were talking about how there's these cards out there, you guys, that you can buy right now that are at all-time lows, and these players are going to, they could have a chance to go crazy this year. And 2 players that we talked about are starting to go crazy, right? Pete Alonso, Wander Franco. just fucking Wander is playing like the stud we thought he was. He's on a great team that went 10-0. One of the first. Who else did that recently? That was that went 10-0. That was not too long ago.
I think the Brewers did it in
Brewers?
1987.
What is that? Is that a
think
home
that's-
field advantage, Wander, bro?
Yep, I picked this up right before the season started.
Smart, very smart. That's a
Yep.
beautiful card. That's a beautiful
Yeah,
card. I want that
so-
card now.
Yeah, I was like, it's cheaper than buying a hobby box, so let's go for it.
I pulled one out of a Top Series 2 hanger, and then one out of the jumbo box. Pulled
So you have two of
those.
them? Did you
Yeah,
sell
I
them?
was good. Yeah, I told you about it, but
Did you sell them
I ended
already?
it- I was gonna give you one. It was gonna be in the package, but then some guy offered me a really
fucking-
lot of money on Mercari. It was way above eBay too. It was like 150 because raw. Those things are
Dude.
not worth what they're
As
created.
soon as he
Like
said
the
that
Mike-
word, I almost had to go take a shit for a second there, man.
the Mike
I
Trout.
paid half. Yeah, I paid like half of that.
The Mike Trout is like a $25 to $30 card. The Aaron Judge home field advantage, the Bryce Harpers are like $25 to $45 card. PSA 10s are 300 and above. It's crazy. So I'm gonna grade. the ones
Shout
I
out to Awesome Sauce. Adam has asked me before we get into the card stuff. I don't want to let Adam's business out there or anything, but this is a perfect time to talk about this. Adam asked me a question the other day, and he said, "I want to know if you think that it's a good time to start a brick and mortar comic book shop." And I haven't given him my answer yet because I figure this is probably the best way to do it. And I'm going to give him my honest answer. And this is for anybody out there that's trying to start a brick and mortar shop, especially the ones out there that have never done it before. Okay, so this is going especially to them. If you're a guy like Jesse James Comics or Comics Elite or Wonder World Comics, or you know what I mean, you've ran comic shops before, you know how to run a business, like I'm cool with that, right? But if you're somebody who's never ran a comic shop before, don't do it. That is my advice. It is not a good time to own anything brick and mortar, in my opinion, which just sucks because one of the only ways to really get out of that is to have more people, buy brick and mortars. But I don't think it's a good time for anybody to be opening up a brick and mortar comic book shop. I just don't.
And on the back end, on a business perspective, so right now we're in like almost one of the highest inflation periods possible. So unless you're like in all cash or you have partners involved, you're probably going to need lending. And it's harder, not only harder to get a loan, a business loan, but the rates are ridiculously high right now. It would be best if you are going to borrow money, wait until the recession, because what has precedent told us when recession happens, rates drop to the Fed rate index drops to zero, margins you're paying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% max compared to like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12% max on money. And that way you minimize your risk versus reward.
And we are also not financial advisors, so
I'm a licensed banker, so.
Oh, there you go.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn and Express.
And we do have a little thing before the show that tells you guys that anything we say on this show can and will be used against you in a court of law. So just remember that.
But
what?
But I would also would think that you need to have like at least like a thriving online presence of selling already before you would even consider opening a brick and mortar, because you have to still do both no matter what, just to even survive.
You got to
in
have
this
a presence of back issues too to keep people going in.
Yeah,
that's some drama. We
Probably
drew blood.
We're probably going to get kicked off of YouTube for that shit. Anyways, that's
ready?
All right. All right, let's get into some card talk, you guys. We've got some interesting stuff that we're going to talk about. Richie has been just coming up with some great stuff and doing some great digging on the Card Investor app. You guys, we're lucky enough that we've been given promo codes galore over here. Not only can you use promo code Bogcast to get 20% off of Manscaped and free shipping, you can also use promo code Popcorn Culture, right? Is it Popcorn Culture?
Popcorn 99, all one word. And you can also use that same code for until Bryan gets his stuff. Once he gets up and running, I'm going to change the code. Popcorn 99, you'll get a 2-week trial offer. This thing, for all the comic people that are just getting in the cards, for me to put in layman's terms to compare it, cover price for cards. It's real data. It's secondary market data. It's not only from eBay, but it's other secondary markets. And there's some other cool stuff which we'll talk about later. But you can add your collection like CLZ, Key Collector, and all that other stuff. But what you can also do is you can set, like, let's say you're ripping modern and you pull a rookie, first Bowman, you really been watching, you want to watch him, but you're busy with work and you can't check ESPN or MLB prospects all the time. Well, what you can do is you can set that player in that exact card and all of his parallels in this market report. In this market report in real-time data, it's behind like 1 day, like cover price, will alert you to let you know, hey, this card is moving. And that's pretty damn cool. So I've never seen that for cards. I'm sure there's other sites. There's probably better sites. Who knows? But this is the best one I've come across. If you use Popcorn Culture 90 or Popcorn 99, you'll get a trial offer, and you can use the same code for Gemini. You'll get 10% off that. It's going to be good, the code, until Bryan gets his stuff up, and then I'll deactivate. All right. Back to this. Let me go ahead and share my screen and let's get into this. So what we decided we're going to do here is we're going to go over and let's see here.
I'm going to run and grab a drink real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Let me put this on the screen. I'm going to go over the top 20 raw and PSA graded cards as of right now of modern between we're going to do it between the dates that we all got back into, all of us comic guys on our crew, on our team, got into it around 2019, 2020, when we all joined Flipside and we kind of really got into it, like me and Aaron and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let's go over that. We're going to go over the top 20 cards raw, baseball. We're going to do football, basketball, hockey, and then Pokemon. And I won't go fast, but I'll make it quick. So let's go. All right. So what's really cool about this also is besides price movements, you can also do sales volume. So you can see things that are trending. So just because a card hasn't bumped in value yet, there could be a lot of those cards moving and it's about to bump in value, meaning the supply is getting lighter and or the demand is there. And then the bump's going to come a week or two later. This is based on a 14-day average. Okay, there's a 7-day, 30-day, 90-day, 60-day, but the 14 days seems the most legit. Okay, so let's go back into price movements. Looks like Vinny Pasquantino, the base trophy card, looks like an outlier sale. It shows $14.99 current price. That was just based on one price. But this is basically about a $2 card, but he's been heating up in baseball. So it's a good sensor of this player's parallels could be moving. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and that is right here. This is the 2019 Bowman Best Neophyte Sensations. And this right here, raw, has had it's his rookie card insert. It's had a change of about $1.50. So you can get this for about $5.50. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's not like major stuff, but if you see some cards or some players you've been watching on here and they end up popping up on here, keep your eyes open, check the secondary market, pull those cards out and see if you can make a little profit. Anthony Gutierrez raw, his card's been moving. This one right here is the 2022 Bowman Chrome, and that's the set. And this is the Purple Shimmer, numbered to 250. Looks like there was a sale on the 2nd of April for $20, and there was another sale recently for, it looks like $18.21. But then there's another sale before that for $1.79. So like could be an outlier, or it could be something to keep an eye on. I have a few of those cards, so I'm pretty happy about that. Going to the Jeremy Pena, I know that Yi likes Jeremy Pena, so I'm glad this is up. Raw, his 2020 Bowman Chrome, just the Bowman Chrome, first Bowman. It's been selling around $5 to $10, but there was a recent sale for $15.50, which is a 210% change in FMV. Of course, you have the Colton Cowser, First Bowman Giraffe base paper. These are $2 cards, but there was a recent sale for $14. The Lou Bob, this one, this whole set, man, I feel like these cards are either underrated or there's just a ton of them out there. But there's a lot of good players that rookies were in the 2020 series and update and all that, and I feel like they're just not doing anything. But this card at one time was like up to $20, and now you can get this card for about $2 in really nice condition.
Oh, look at that Wander.
Yeah. So let me hit this Seiya real quick. So we have Seiya Suzuki right here. I really like Seiya Suzuki. And I like when I first pulled this card base, when I broke an Topps update hanger or whatever, I thought it was an image variation. I really like when they do this, and then they also add the image variations, makes it even cooler. This is the gold foil. So the gold foils, Brian knows about this, comes out of the jumbo boxes. And this is his rookie debut, and it shows his sales were between $1.04 plus shipping and all that, $2, and then there was a sale for $8.99. So that has a little bit of change. Let's go into the Wander. This is the 2020 Bowman 1990 homage that Brian loves so much, and he loves that design. Kidding. This is selling another
design. I mean, you know why? Because they put that metallic refractor shit on there, man, and those are perfect for refractors.
Yeah.
How's that Julio doing?
Yeah, the Julio base. I've been watching it pretty close. So let's look at it raw. It's actually dropped, but it's a base card. I'm guessing there's probably just a ton of listings. It's a $4 card, but a PSA 10 in this card actually has dropped about 16%. And you can get a PSA 10 of this card between 36 and I'd say about 42 and about 50 shipped. Not a bad investment, but remember, there's a lot of Topps update. Okay, just remember.
Yeah, that. I let a PSA 10 go. I think Sean won it, big leg. So
I want to get some of the super short prints. Well, we're going to talk. Paulson's playing well. Paulson's actually playing well, huh?
Paulson's cards have actually been popping up here every so often. This is his first Bowman paper, of course. Let's look at it.
First edition.
Yeah, I mean, look at even the sales before. I mean, for a Bowman paper, that's pretty good. I mean, there was 2 sales for $6.51, which isn't a lot of money. But when you see 2 more sales for $14.69 a piece, then there's a little bit something there. This is actually the paper First Bowman first edition, and I believe they Bowman's no longer doing first editions. Is that what I heard?
I hope to God they aren't, because they're such a waste.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think that's right, because they're also getting rid of Stadium Club, opening day.
Who's the pitcher on
clearly?
Hey, Dollar.
Yeah.
Can you pull up Taj Bradley? Because Tampa Bay called him up today. He had over close to 400 Ks in 3 years in the minors. They called him up. He's only 21, and he had 8 Ks tonight against Boston.
Wow.
To make him 12-0.
Yeah, I'll pull that up in 1 second. Let me go ahead and go through this real quick. Here are the PSA graded. Here are the top 20. We talked about the top 3. Here we go. These are all PSA graded. I'm not PSA graded. I'm sorry. I apologize. Graded cards. They're just graded. Doesn't BGS, whatever. All these cards have seen at least a bump in value, or they're getting bought from the secondary market. As you can see, a lot of base chrome. There's a Mojo refractor of Pawson. I think that thing's underpriced. Let's see here. I mean, graded, you could have got a PSA 10 for $15 of this card.
Crazy.
I mean,
dude. That's what we're talking about, you guys. Pawson was one of the big top 2 coming out of that set. Top 4 coming out of that set. That was Dominguez and Bobby Witt year. So, and same with Bayron Laura. That was the other. Those were the top guys. Remember Bayron Laura, Robert Paulson. All those guys were big coming out of that set, and they really dropped. But they're coming back. That's good.
Yeah, so Gunnar Henderson has actually been in a little slump, but he's flashed his upside since he started. He's still technically the #1 major league prospect as of this moment. Overall, he's 21 years old, and he is a starting infielder for the Orioles. I don't know how long he'll be there. Keep your eye open for Jackson Chourio. He literally went from the summertime in the 100 or maybe in the 90th to he's top, I think, 6 or 7 now. But going back into this, here's one I wanted to show you guys. This is the Julio Rodriguez, and this is let's go into the raw. So you could get this camo. I really like these camos. I don't like all the years of camos, but I do like this year of camo parallels. They came in the value packs of the Bowman product. Well, the Julio Rodriguez was just a paper prospect you can get for like $3 or $4, but there's no PSA 10s on the secondary market that have sold. So I haven't checked the pop yet. I'm guessing there's probably maybe one or less, or maybe 5 or less. I don't know. Maybe none, because all they have is a PSA 9 sold for about $20. Let's go into basketball here, and let's see here. So basketball, we have Jeremy Sokin, his 2022 hoops. This is the winter holiday set that they sold at Walmart, and his card just got a bump. Just one outlier sale of $21, but it's just a $2 card. Jalen Green, photogenic. This guy's money. This guy's going to be a great player in the NBA. He fits the new style. He's fast, strong. He's very good at offense as well. So he's got an insert here, photogenic rookie focus, another dollar card with but it had a weird sale. There was 2 sales for $18.29. So somebody went to somebody's and saw this guy had 2 or 3 of them, and he put it in probably a best offer for that much, and that's what it went for. So that's interesting. Let's see here. I don't like any of the
Tyrese Maxey's on the list. Is Killian Hayes playing well? I got a
yeah, Killian Hayes has been playing. He played well this season.
What is the case hits in that for the retail? What are those called again? Checkerboard or whatever?
I got checkerboard Hayes. For optic.
Yeah.
Okay, so checkerboard for basketball for optic, and then checkerboard for football prism retail, right?
I think so.
That's no. I thought for football, isn't it?
No, it's prism retail. Prism retail, black and white checkers. Here I got
black and orange checker, right? Black and white. I like the black and orange one.
Well, too. I thought for football is it downtowns or? No.
These aren't case hits. These aren't case hits. There's 4 a box.
Oh, just a
retail box. Yeah, and
for optic though in basketball retail, checkerboards are case hits.
What are they? Black and white?
No,
red and white. Maybe
they look like X-Fractors.
Let's see here. Tyler Hero, man. Yeah. What'd you say? What'd you say, Brian?
Sorry? Keldon Johnson's. Oh, dude, look at that. That's that snake skin. I'm geeking out over here, man.
Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys, you basketball fans, what's your honest opinion about Tyler Hero? I mean, I haven't seen him play personally, but I check his stats all the time because I have some of his rookie cards, and he seems like he's having a great season. He seems like he's really good, and he gets a lot of playing time. And
he doesn't
seems
start. That's the only problem.
Okay, so he comes off the bench. He's like a 6th man. Gotcha. Here's the LeBron James 2021 select. This is the Concourse Disco. Let's see here. Another. Oh well, no, this card was selling for between $5 and $10, but then
that's
there was
the new. No, I'm thinking of Prism that just came out.
Yeah, Prism just came out for 22.
Came out today. Yeah. Let's see here. Anthony Edwards is on fire right now. Okay. Davion Mitchell, this is one I wanted to talk about right here. This is a guy I liked coming out of the draft, but looks like his green raw prism has moved up from $1 to $2 card. Now it's a $10 to $15 card, multiple sales. Keep an eye on Davion Mitchell. Let's see here.
How much is that Trae Young now? Because I think I have an orange PSA.
That's an optic number to 149.
Oh, never mind.
I usually just pass those unless we have the number card. There's the Halliburton. This guy's a total stud. These pink camos though, I can't stand them. They're nice cards, but they don't match anything unless you have a pink uniform. Dollar card. That's now a $10 card. So I'd say you probably get this card for like $5. That's his debut. This guy's a total stud. He plays for Indiana now. I don't know why the Sacramento would ever trade him. And then let's see here. These are the oh shit, sorry about that. My bad. Did I just do that? Fuck me. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, let's get back in here. Okay, so these right here, these are the graded ones. And stop me if you want me to.
Oh, did we just lose him? What just happened?
I just clicked on trying to add that to the stream, and then his camera cut out.
Did his camera cut out?
Yeah, his camera cut out, and then his screen share stopped.
Yeah. Damn.
And he was just getting really good into the conversation too.
Did any of you guys see Mario?
I have not.
It was good. I watched it.
I've been waiting to watch John Wick, but I've been sick or whatever, so I haven't left the house and all that shit. So, but yeah.
Hartman says, Hartman, you're looking for shit refractors and prisms, huh? Is that what you're looking for? I might have some for you. Maybe. I'll go through all my prisms. I got a monster box full of prisms and refractors.
I figured you'd be the person to hit up for that.
Yeah.
And then
and
he was like looking for specific years or whatever.
Yeah, I got a lot of that. All right. I want to remind everybody to go use the promo code Bogcast at Manscaped for 20% off plus free shipping. That's promo code Bogcast. Help your balls. Help you. Get them some ball toner and some other stuff to make your balls feel good. And
looks like Richie's back.
Dude, you guys think that the Bogcast commercials are funny now? Just wait until we start making Manscaped commercials from Bogcast.
Alien needs shaving.
Oh my god, Richie's trying to jump back on. All right,
trees need trimming.
Yeah. All right, Hood doesn't want his face anywhere near this shit. All right, there's Richie.
Sorry about that, man. My battery died.
You're all good.
Yeah, I was trying to put your screen onto this to share and everything. And I was like, did I click something wrong?
Nah, it's all good, bro.
And then your camera disappeared. I was like, kind of like, oh, I think it was something on Richie's end.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the. Let's see here. Let's go to this one instead because it's kind of jacked up now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go here. There we go. Market movers. Bam. All right. Football. That's what I wanted to get into. So let's go ahead and view this and let's see where we at. Yes. Okay. So these are raw. These are all. I'm sorry. Let's go here. And let's share this tab instead. Okay. These are the raw ones. Scary Terry is on the move. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something about Scary Terry, especially all you fantasy players. But cards.
What do you mean on the move? Like they're trading them?
No, meaning that his cards are starting to move up. Okay. And one of the reasons why is that it's only been one sale, but his base rookie cards have been trending. There was I don't remember the sales volume, but when I checked it was like 11, maybe 12 flew off the internet. Sam Howell is the starting quarter. He is the quarterback one right now in Washington, the Washington Football or Commanders. And when I saw him, he looked really well. They pitched head coaches to him. They pitched the head coaching job out of Sam Howell being the QB1. And usually what that means is especially a young up and coming head coach who used to be a coordinator, they want to attach themselves to a high draft pick young quarterback because it's job security. It's real tough to take a coach that just started with this guy that just got in the league, work with him for 3 or 4 years, and then fire the guy if it doesn't work out. It's tough to do that. So that's why it made it attractive. And why Scary Terry's starting to move is this guy's actually going to have a real quarterback. Wait till you see what this guy does when he has a real quarterback. This guy's the real deal. Ohio State, I believe he went to. He just had and you could have got this refractor for between $5 and $10, and as low as $1.25. There was an auction that won plus shipping.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
Do you think Terry McLaurin or DK Metcalf for best wide receiver to come out of that year?
2019.
Yep.
Oh, Terry is much better than DK.
You think so?
From an athleticism point of view, DK Metcalf. I mean, he's
a beast.
They're probably just the same speed. I think they both ran 4.3 40s in the combine, and he's just so huge. They're just two different receivers. It's like comparing you're comparing a jump ball guy versus a route runner.
Yeah.
That's
Larry
you know what I'm saying?
Fitzgerald guy versus a D-Hop type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the best route runners in history of the NFL has been, a lot of people don't know this, is Amari Cooper. Not the best receiver, best route runner. There's cybermetric, I won't get into that, but there's cybermetric stats that show how open this guy gets. Scary Terry is the runner-up. So DK Metcalf is a guy that can shake anybody as well, but he's one of those guys you want, when you're on the 10-yard line or you're on the 30-yard line, you need a jump ball in the corner. That's the guy, DK. If you need a guy to just to get you yards and then eventually, take you deep, Scary Terry's your guy. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these. Davis Mills has been in the news because you guys know the NFL draft is coming up and the Texans have the number 2 pick. And there were some words by the GM along with their new head coach. I believe his new head coach, or maybe offensive coordinator. I don't remember, but he said that the quote in their own words, I'll paraphrase it, we're not necessarily looking at a quarterback at number 2. So that tells me they might be giving Davis Mills another shot, thinking they're probably not going to be that good next year, and they're going to get another high pick. That's what I'm guessing.
I'm from Houston. Yeah, there's no expectations for the Texans ever.
For what? For the Texans? Oh
yeah.
And then the same old people here. Stop me if you see any of the cards that you like. This guy's been on the move here, Quay Walker. I've been seeing him in. This is the first time I've actually seen him in the fair market valued bump, but I've seen him in the trending low. I mean, $1 to like $5, maybe $10, $12 for a refractor. But I've been seeing him often appear on here, so this guy must be pretty good. I believe he's a defensive back for the Packers.
It looks like it.
Here's the rookie and star. I think these rookies and stars, these cards are so cheesy. I think they're so cheap and so cheesy looking, and they almost feel like just like overprinted like inserts. But unfortunately, they're not, and people take them serious and grade them. And the Chase Raw just sold for $11 when it was about a $2 to $5 card. And in a PSA 10, you can get this card. Last sale was actually in February for $58, which is not a lot, but for this type of card, I think that's a base. It's pretty good. Bump there. Let's see here. Olave, Matt Corral. I don't know much about him. I don't know why he's in the news, because is he my fantasy people, football people? Is he still with the Carolina Panthers? I believe they have the number 1 pick and they're going for a quarterback. Calvin Ridley is back. He will be available, and he plays for the Jaguars now. Remember, this guy was a mid-tier to elite upside wide receiver 1 in fantasy. With an aging quarterback and no offensive line with Matt Ryan. Now he's going to get Trevor Lawrence. I think this guy, Calvin Ridley, is a great opportunity to invest in his rookie cards. You could probably get PSA 10s for like less than let's see how much you can get them for. And you can get it for 12, starting price $16.80 for something like this, or you can get probably a refractor for way under 50 because of his suspension. I think he's going to have a big year this year with Trevor Lawrence. And here's some inserts. This green one here in Kyle Pitts. This came out of the retail box. This is the Green Ice super short print. It's not numbered, but it's Green Ice. And let's see here. There's the Jalen Hurts right here. This one's interesting. This is the 2020 Absolute Football base. This card was hovering between $350. When this is off season, 3 sales for $2.76, 3 sales for $3.67, 4 sales for $6, and 1 sale for $21.50. So it's moving up. Looking at a PSA 10 of this card, and you're looking at pretty consistent numbers, even though it's dropped about almost 30% with a $16 change in FMV, probably because we're in the off season. I mean, in early April, you could have got this for $38. Now you're paying between $50 and $65. That's that. Now hockey, and then we'll move on. Let's go here and let's share this tab here. All right, so these are I put the seasons. I put 2017 to 2023. You want me to put anybody earlier?
No,
Brian?
that's fine.
Okay, so price movement. Spencer Knight, his cards moved. I don't know why, because I believe the other guy over in Florida is the starter, but this guy's a stud. They're probably going to use him as a trade.
Yeah, they have one of
tip,
the best goalies in all of hockey as their starter over there, Bob Roski,
Yeah.
right?
Right. So I think the reason why he's moving is the NHL draft it's soon, right?
Goalies are long plays. So for people that don't know, when it comes to hockey cards, goalies are always spending 3 times as long in minor leagues than a forward or a defenseman will. So goalies are long plays when it comes to hockey cards. So they're probably at number 1 because he's a long play, young goalie, that type of thing.
Brian's right. To people that aren't into hockey cards but are into Bowman cards, or baseball cards, the only thing I can compare to is like investing in pitchers. It's like almost the same thing. Rasmus Kupari, this is out of the 2021 Upper Deck. I believe this is out of Series 2. Young Gun is just had a raw sale of, it looks like $11.25, but you could get this card before that between around $5 plus shipping.
I love prospecting hockey, man. It used to be so much fun back in the day.
This is a shout out to Brian McClay here. His boy right here, the spitting monster, spitting Miller. Keandre Miller spit on Drew Doughty early in the season. It was actually kind of funny, but it was disgusting.
A defenseman on a defenseman.
Yeah, that's why it was awesome. And both of them are missing their front tooth. They have a fake one there.
Let's go blue shirts. I hate Boston so much. I hate Boston as much as I hate Philadelphia. So and the Rangers just picked up 2 absolute stud forwards for the playoffs, and Tarasenko and Patrick Kane. So I'm a huge Patty Kane fan. Always been a Patrick Kane fan and a Jonathan Toews fan. All right, one of my favorite all-time Stanley Cup finals was that Boston Chicago series when Chicago won it in the final seconds of Game 6. It was just amazing, and they were down by 2 goals. It was awesome. Anyways, love Young Guns. Somebody was talking. I forget who it was. I apologize, you guys, but one of our community members was talking about Dylan Strome, which kind of hurts me a little bit because I was so hurt when the Coyotes lost out on McDavid, and they got Dylan Strome, who was McDavid's best friend. And Dylan Strome was supposed to be this stud player, and the Coyotes didn't bring him up. They just would not bring him up, and they ended up trading him, and not. There was a third overall pick, and they ended up trading him. And that's what the Coyotes do. They never stick with their young guys, and they trade them, and they end up being good. And it drives me crazy. So Dylan Strome's playing really well in Washington right now, which is nice. Carter Hart, that's another guy that's been a big goalie prospect for a long time. I don't know if he's finally playing good. He played really well his rookie year.
Yeah, you could get his 2000, I believe is it 18-19 or 17-18? Upper Deck Young Gun base. You can get it. I mean, you're going to be paying about 20 plus shipping. for a pretty decent card, a perfect centered card, you're probably gonna pay about 25. But a PSA 10, you're paying between $70 and $95. So
Not bad.
let's say $75. And this is a guy I want you guys to keep an eye on. This is Mason McTavish. He's a stud. He's tough as fuck. And he is related to Craig McTavish. I
The
believe
last
that's
guy
their
to not wear
grandfather?
a helmet.
Yeah.
The final guy. I remember 1994 frickin' Rangers hockey going to the Stanley Cup Finals, and Craig McTavish. We traded for McTavish during the by the end of the year. Well, not only did we trade for McTavish, we basically went and traded and got all of the old school Oilers to put around Messier. We went and got everybody but Gretzky and Curry. We went and got Anderson. We went and got Lowe. We went and got McTavish. And here's Craig McTavish out there speeding around without a bucket on his head, dude. The last guy to not play with
Not even a
helmet.
Jofa.
Yeah, crazy.
You could have bought this card in a PSA 10 for about $13. I'd say all the way up to November, and started moving up to about 25. Now you're paying close to 100
Nice.
for a PSA 10. So
Very nice.
there's some. This guy's having a career year, Carter Ferraggi, out of nowhere too. Yeah, he's doing very well. the guy's PSA 10 cards, I mean, at the beginning of the season, all the way to Christmas was like $9, $10, maybe 15. Now you're going to pay up to 75, and his raw cards were about $2, but you're going to pay about $10 for that card. So, and that's basically it. The last one is the Pokemon. I want to go over this real quick. It'll take just a second. But I need to take a break right now. So, Brian, go ahead.
No worries, brother. I'm going to get into the market report. All right, let's get into it. Here we go, you guys.
Hold on real quick, man. I just got a quick PSA. So right now you can save 20% on Manscaped if you subscribe to the podcast by my friend Brian McClay. So take advantage of it, because right now I've got the lawnmower, the 4.0. Thank you, Brian.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Mama!
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hell yeah, dude. That's what we do over here. We help a brother out. All right, let's do it. Ready? Let's get into it. Market report, ladies and gentlemen. This is your market report for April 12th, 2023. Let's do it. All right. Starting off.
Hey, great job, Dollar. Great job, man.
Good shit. Amen. I can't agree more. All right. What is that shit? I don't know what that is. We're going to put that right down there. All right, here we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, a signed first print, you guys. A signed first print, but it's a blue label. Why is that?
Isn't there a time period when those are already signed or whatever, and then you can like
on the inside
request
maybe.
them? Yeah, and then you can request them to be blue labels, and then just take a hit on points for that or something like that.
Well, whoever picked that up just scored themselves a nice little come up, because a 9.4, it's probably a really nice 9.4 if they took a hit for that autograph. But $24,600 on 62 bids, you guys.
Is that up or down? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm not. Sean and Richie are my
That's
guys
expensive.
for that stuff.
But yeah.
I can't keep all the numbers in my head, so I usually don't know if they're up or down. I just report on them, just like the drama alert. I just report on them, you guys. I don't cause no drama. I just report on the drama. All right, Fantastic Four #1 4.0, a CGC 4.0 sold for $23,000 on a buy it now on April 9th, Easter. Meet the Skrulls #1. That is the really tough to find Henrikon variant, and that is 9.8, a $300 book right now because of the first Gala or whatever it is. How do you say her name? Gila? I don't know how to say her name. The chick that what's her name's playing. The Khaleesi's playing, right? Next, we've got, this is pretty interesting. So I went and looked at some nice keys that are people are keeping their eyes on lately. How about the first appearance of Rocket in Comix, a 9.8 you can get for less than $1,200? What do you guys think? You think a 9.8 for that book, for around $1,100, is a good buy?
I personally wouldn't pay for that book at that much. I would honestly wait until after Guardians if I was
would
really
too.
interested.
Yeah.
To pick up the book.
But I don't hate that book being $1,000 book. I really don't, especially with Rocket being on the cover. That's the most important part of that book to me is he's on the cover, so that's good. Listen, you jamokes out there that are taking these Young Avengers 9.5s out and getting them graded into 9.8s are morons. Don't do that. I know it's a 9.8 green label, and CGC. I can't believe CGC doesn't talk these people out of doing that. That 9.5 is something special. So,
well, I've seen raw ones of that book as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think all of them were graded.
They're not, but I feel like that was probably one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. But what ended up being the green label about it?
It's signed.
Was it like signed by? It's signed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Young Avengers #1, the regular, $340. That's down. That was about a $500 book a couple months ago. So
wasn't that $1,000 book at one point in time?
No, I think it was like $600. Was it? I don't know if it was $1,000. Maybe it might have been. I got 2 back recently, and I think I sold one for $500. Maybe I sold both of them for $500 a piece. Here's another book, similar type thing. Batman 635, about $300 and a 9.8 for the first.
Wow,
Red
that's
Hood.
a good buy right there, man.
Yeah. Check this out. Hulk #1's first Red Hulk, $346 and a 9.8. Both those books, all these books that I'm showing you on these last 2 slides, I think like hovering around 500 is great. That Spectre 54, man, $635 and a 9.8, first Mr. Terrific. So I love that book. Great series.
That's up, right?
Yeah. Yep. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, the Nas hip-hop homage, and a 9.8, $372. And then this is interesting. A 9.4 Michael Turner, 1 in 200 Uncanny X-Men 500 sketch cover.
Wow.
Great book. Great book to buy. A 9.4 sold for $356, 39 bids.
I think that's impressive for a 9.4.
Yeah. Boys #1, to me, that's
down.
It is down.
That's down.
And that should be a $500 9.8 in my opinion.
It's been up to 600, and then when LA Comic Con, when they all showed up, it got up to like 550. Then it hovered around like 425. Didn't drop lower than 400. I looked for an outlier sale for it, nothing. Now it's down to 325 plus $10 shipping. Oh my god.
Yeah.
As in that one always surprised me too, of how popular the series is, with how many people love the show, but then the comic like never really skyrocketed, right?
Dead did, yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a Walking Dead coming up. All right. I love Savage Hulk, the Alex Ross 75th anniversary variant for Savage Hulk #1. That's one of the best all-time Alex Ross variants. Tough book to find. 323 raw. Great cover. Love that Space Action #1. Love those old school science fiction books, the old school space books. You got Saturn in the background. I love the planet background covers like that. They're just great. And from the 50s, $400, a black cover.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody put the word supple.
Supple?
Describing pages. You know what I mean?
Maybe we need to start.
Bro.
That's a good word.
Bro, you earned that sale, bro.
Amen.
Supple white pages.
Amen. I like that. I like that word. Anne Hathaway signed Catwoman #7, Olivier variant. I hope it's Olivier. I know people say Oliver, but I think it's Oliver. $1,000, 9.8. That's a good book right there. Great.
It's
book.
a gorgeous. Is that digital art though?
I don't think so. I don't think Ben Oliver does digital. I think he's
okay.
Yeah.
It's probably a combo though at this point though.
How about this one? Look at that. Yeah. El Sorprendente Hombre Araña, #182. Great book right there.
That's a good buy, man.
Yeah, $500 for that, man. Near mint condition. I don't know if it's near mint. It looks a little bit off, but that's a tough book right there, man. Isn't that one of the non-canon Spideys? I might be mistaken, but I think it is. And I think
that's what's his name? Jose.
And it looks like he might have signed it. Is it signed?
Duran.
Yeah, Duran.
That's
Yeah.
Duran.
Yeah. I'm geeking out over Walt Disney books lately, especially the old school 4-color, the Dell Golden Age ones. I love that number 22, the flag cover with Donald and Pluto. Sold for $610 on 29 bids for a good plus copy. And then that first appearance of Uncle Scrooge sold for $361 on a good condition copy.
I need to go back to that one comic shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we were at Bedrock and they had a run of all these Disneys, and man, if I was there another day, I probably would have picked up a few. You know?
Probably like at least a short box or two, right?
Yeah.
You're like, dang, I'm gonna drive next time.
Yeah.
And bring empty boxes.
Next, we have the RRP, the first RRP. That's for Batman 608, the Hush, first Hush issue.
Bro, that's cheap.
For
dude.
it's a 9.0 though. It's a 9.0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So tough book.
I think that's impressive for a 9.0.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that book.
It's just hard to find, man.
Yeah.
Dude, 9.8 first appearance of Bullseye, $8,500.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead World number 10, first preview appearance of the Crow. He's on the back cover, I believe. And those Dead Worlds are tough books, especially because they have adult variants where they're super gory, and I think that's one of them. And $465 for that issue number 10, 9.8. Absolute Arkham Asylum, you guys. I didn't even know this book was out there, and now I know it's worth some money. Out of print, Absolute Edition, Arkham Asylum, one of the greatest stories ever written. Could you imagine how good it looks in an Absolute Edition? Almost $300 for that. So,
wow.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that one. Tick Special Edition number 1, tough book. Only 5,000 of them made. A 9.8 sold for just above $1,000. And one of my all-time favorite covers, one of the greatest covers, Miles and Gwen covers ever. Spider-Gwen number 16, the 1 in 50 Dave Johnson variant, raw for $320.
Would you have graded that book before? I mean, like, if you had it raw at this point, would you grade it now to sell?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't sell that book, dude. I love that book. I got a 9.8.
I would hang on to it because I think that, I think that's cheap, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sell that book raw right now. I mean, I know a teaser or a trailer or whatever just dropped recently, but still, I mean, unless you're just sitting on like a stack of them.
Yeah,
they're gonna end up fucking, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell that book. I think that cover is just too good, dude. That cover is so good, man. So
And then they're gonna have a Spider Baby, and it'll be the first appearance of Spider Baby.
Spider Girl. All right, next we've got The Walking Dead number 1 with the Rick Grimes label, a 9.8, the black
Wow.
image indicia or whatever, sold for $27.50. You guys, that's a nice sale on that one. So I'm sure that the Rick Grimes label art helped with that.
I'm sure that black, the adult
image
content or whatever,
like
that helps a lot too, because that's the one that's more
half
sought
of them
after,
are
right?
Half of them are white and half of them are black. They're the same amount.
Oh, it's the same amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know about the X-Men 54 Collector's Edition. It's a foil chromium cover, and X-Men 54's first full appearance of Onslaught, one of the best X-Men books of the late 90s, and I just love that chromium edition. It's so hard to find in high grade, and here's a 9.4 signed by Stan Lee. It sold for $560. I feel like that's a great buy. You get Stan Lee's signature on it. Really tough X-Men book. Great foil cover. How about this? Bloodstone 1, 2, 3, and 4, all 9.8s for $700.
That seems really low.
Yeah. Next, we've got a killer deal. Somebody bought all of the Star Wars Republic series 1 through 83 for $450, you guys.
It's $4 a book.
Bro, there are some major keys in there. A lot of people in there, man. Major keys in there.
Is that a newsstand on the top?
Yep. Like a lot of newsstands in there.
Somebody tackle him, bro.
I know, dude. How about that?
Yeah, I need to start searching, like eBay blank searching, like Star Wars lots and stuff like that. Because I mean, to this day, I still remember that the Return of the Jedi books with like 2 copies of Clone Wars, 1 in it that sold.
Oh
for, like,
yeah, I remember that one, dude.
That one's ingrained into my head, and like I'm just like kind of like it still bugs me to this day that I missed it. But like, yeah.
That Captain America Living Legend #3, the all red 1 in 50 is I've never seen that book. Never. 537 on 20 bids for a raw copy of it.
I like how it looks like a Silver Age book.
Yeah, it's a cool book. And then a Spawn 234, the sketch variant with Haunt in it, and that's a tough book right there. A 9/4 signature series signed by McFarlane, sold for $482. Next we've got, look at that. A Wonder Woman 38 raw 1 in 100 near mint condition, $400, you guys.
Wow.
That's like half off right there.
You know what blows me away? Like, that book came out so long ago. Why isn't that fucking book graded, bro?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably somebody had it, and it was a 9/4, and they cracked it open and sold it raw.
Yep.
Bet you.
Yep. And some people just don't grade their books, man. How about the Marvel What If, the Venom Possessed Deadpool, another classic Scotty Young variant for a 9/8 405. I feel like that was selling for 509.8 6 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like even before the comic boom, like those are pretty high ticketed book. But there's newsstands of that book as well.
Yeah. What's the deal with this Smallville season 11
Short print, real hard to find.
I like, but how hard? Because I've seen a lot of people selling them.
Really, you've seen that second print?
Yeah,
selling
them.
Well, didn't Chad Cave sell his 9/8 like not too long ago? And then ever since that moment, more and more raws have been starting to come up into the wild.
Yep.
Or or on eBay or whatever.
Well, the creators can make more copies if they want to. So.
It's not an.
It's a second print. It's okay. No one cares.
Yeah.
Next, I love the Power Girl 27. We all do. A 9/8 for $522. And then look at that. Carnage #1, the variant, the Ramos variant, and a 9/8 sold for $750.
Wow.
I never would have known that book sells for that.
I mean, only 2 bids.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, I mean that still takes 2 people to bid on it too, as well.
The Clone Wars, the little mini book that King Topher is so big on. First Darksaber, early appearance of Sabine, right, in Bo-Katan, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was first Bo-Katan also.
It might be. It might be. We might be wrong. I'm not a fan of that book. I mean, it's a cool book. I don't know about $300 for it, but it's like a little. It's a little notebook size. I mean, they're like this big, you guys. Like
it's like a kid's book or whatever.
You can find those in libraries. I guarantee it.
So, like that Harley book with the cassette tape.
Yep.
I'm sure there's Allen and Ginter top cards that are bigger than that.
Yeah. How about this? Vibe Magazine. Ooh, AOA gifting more memberships. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Congratulations to everybody that has been gifted memberships by the one and only AOA. Much love, brother. An ultra rare Vibe Magazine from February of '94, right before Tupac got killed. Is Tupac crazy or just misunderstood? Sold for $300. Where's Sean? Sean this is one of the books that Sean's always talking about that he can never get, and it's the first appearance of Death's Head, the Transformers Marvel UK number 113 and 114, sold for £227, which is about the same for dollars, I think, right now. And a Moon Knight 29 famous werewolf Sienkiewicz cover and a 9/8 sold for $280. I would buy that all day, every day for $280, man.
Yeah, I mean that's so hard to get in a 9/8, dude.
Yeah.
I've pressed so many of them. Any little thing like a tick, man. I mean, it sticks out like.
Yep. Check this out. First Aaron Judge ever debut. His debut and his first home run is the one on the left. It sold for $400 in a PSA 10 ticket. And then the home run where he hit number 62 on the right sold for $450.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That person probably got their money back for that ticket.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't have sold that for that much.
Do you feel like the more later tickets are going to be harder to, are going to be lower populations? Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
I mean, because I know I bought World Series tickets a few years ago, and even though I bought it from another seller or whatever, it didn't even even though they print you out tickets sometimes when you walk into the door, it was literally just my sheet of paper that I printed out to scan in.
Yeah, the physical tickets, like they're going away, man.
Yeah.
Like, everything's digital now. It's on a phone. So like getting I don't know if you can request the ticket,
Oh, like
some ballparks still print out these physical tickets, but like online, if you're buying it online, don't expect to get like a ticket like this. You got to get it from the box office, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're paying a little bit more, but I mean that could be a cool premium later in time or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you're gonna love these. On the far left,
God.
1986 Topps football rack pack with a Jerry Rice rookie.
Jesus
on top.
Christ, for $500?
600, yeah.
Dude, the 596 sounds like 500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds like I could buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a great buy, dude.
Wow. Now the Bogs in the middle, like and it has a Ryan.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
a Nolan and a Boggs rookie on the 83 Topps baseball rack pack.
Wow,
So,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Bro, look at that 84 USFL, bro.
Drooling, bro. Drooling. For those of you guys that don't know, the two greatest trade sets, that's what I call these. I call these traded sets, even though they're not. The two greatest little mini sets, or trade sets, came out in 1984, and I don't care what anybody says. I love the 83 Topps because of the Darryl. I love the 82 Topps because of the Ripken. But the 84 Fleer Update traded set and the 84 Topps USFL traded set are the two greatest traded sets to ever come out anywhere. That's a great USFL card or ticket right there.
It's for the championship game. It's the Super Bowl.
That's sick, bro. That's amazing.
Right? 83 USFL championship.
84 Topps USFL set has 5 or more Hall of Famer rookies in it, you guys. You got Reggie White, Steve Young, Jim Kelly, Herschel Walker. Who else do you got? You got more Hall of Famers.
Bobby Hebert.
Bobby Hebert, Doug Williams,
Anthony
not
Carter.
a rookie. Anthony Carter. Flutie was the next year. There's other people.
Did you say Reggie White?
Marcus Dupree's rookie is in there.
Oh, yeah, Marcus Dupree, the best that never was.
Yeah. Dude, just the Reggie and the Steve Youngs are unreal. But then you throw in Jim Kelly, Herschel Walker, Marcus Dupree. Who's the coach? Who was the coach? Craig of the Colorado Buffaloes back in the day when Rashawn Salam was there. He was the quarterback.
Oh God,
Craig.
I forgot.
I forget his name. He's in there. Those USFL sets were like those, and the Joe Montana rookies were my.
Was Dom Capers in that set?
No. Scott Norwood rookie in there, greatest Giants kicker ever. I don't know if anybody got that, but I hope you did.
No, what you call it? All the rules from the USFL all went to the NFL. The 2-point conversion, the instant replay, like, I mean, it was ahead of its time. But Trump killed it.
Yep. Yep. Next, how about a CGC 9.8 first Trout Sports Illustrated?
Crazy.
Look how beautiful that looks, dude. Without the address on there, so it's a newsstand.
Mhm.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
man. Just over $1,000. $1.50 over $1,000.
I mean, I know sometimes those are stickers. Do you think someone actually just removed the sticker?
No,
the
no,
shipping
no.
address?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
100%.
that came with a overlay.
Oh, it
Those
did?
newsstands, and so the CGC folds them back because I have one, and CGC folds it in the back, the card stock that covered.
Oh, okay.
2 of the black light posters. The Silver Surfer is the one I want the most, but I love them all. I really like. I have to get some of those, the OG ones. Get them really nicely framed. They'd look so dope, and throw a black light back there behind me. Oh man, that would look beautiful. I love those. So $400, $400 to $500 is where they usually sell. Great posters.
Those are awesome looking.
Man, I can't believe that Jerry Rice went for $500, bro.
I know. 85 2 Garbage Pail Kids box. You got Series 2 and Series 3. The Series 2 unopened box sold for $1,609, and the Series 3, a big dip in price from one year to the other, $404. I feel like that is such. I would love to have those. Oh my god. Dude. Right? 48 packs. 48 packs. You got to remember, 48 packs, 5 cards per pack. At least 2 of every card in those 5 card packs are ruined because you have the gum on one side and the wax on the other. So, you're only getting 3 decent cards out of there. You guys have seen what PSA 10s go for in early Garbage Pail Kids Series 1, 2,
Like
3,
Atom
4,
Bomb
5.
came out in Series 1, right?
Yep, Atom Bomb came out in Series 1. Nasty Nick. Series 1 is my favorite. Dead Ted. Dead Ted, Fry and Bryan, and Atom Bomb are my favorite Garbage Pail Kids. Absolute favorite.
Do you think the BBCE part changes price?
No, I still trust BBCE over any other.
True. I mean, and it's not like they
the
dissolved their relationship with like PSA and stuff like that because there's unopened packs are still sent to them.
Yep. Bionic 6 figure from 1986. Never ever seen that figure. It's called Clunk, and it sold for $335 on card. Next, we have a Leo India Skeletor He-Man India figure. Another one of those. This is the second one we've seen so far, that I've seen so far. $400. The Golden Girls set by Reaction Toys. A set of Golden Girls figures sells for over $200, you guys. How about that one?
Dude, Golden Girls stuff is like crazy.
Right?
Like, I mean, because they have a lot of collectibles actually, and people go insane on collecting that stuff.
Yeah. One of the toughest and rarest G.I. Joes you're ever going to see, you guys, is that Cobra de Aco right in front of you. It's a very famous figure. It comes out of Brazil, where they took a Grand Slam figure and a Snake Eyes head, put the Snake Eyes head on the Grand Slam figure, chromed out the Snake Eyes head, and painted the Grand Slam body yellow and black. And it comes with that hose. It's like a gun with a hose on it, a plastic hose, and it always breaks. That is one of the rarest figures in G.I. Joe. That, and then the Cobra, not Cobra de Aco. There's another one that's a white one that are really, really tough Snake Eyes repaints. Sold for $400 loose. So very, very rare figure. They actually remade it for a San Diego Comic-Con, I think. Pretty cool. All right, here we go, you guys. We're going to start seeing a ton of these. People are selling a ton of these right now, but guess what? We all fucked up. Somebody scored another free sample copy edition of Nintendo Power on the far right for less than $500, $212. That is the free sample. Inserts and posters still included on that. Holy shit.
Wow.
A 5.0 sold for $344 and a 6.5 sold for $461. and those are the regular issues, not the sample copies. So remember, the sample copies were sent out to Nintendo, the newsletter, fun games newsletter thing they did before Nintendo Power. They sent out the sample copies to get information about, and then the regulars were sent out to when they started making mass producing them. The only difference where the star is on Mario, instead of saying free poster inside, it says free sample copy. So you want to look out for that free sample copy. Next, we've got a Spider-Man 2099 KB or a Toy Biz KB Toys exclusive figure with the famous white 2099 variant for $300. I still think that is a killer buy. You could sell that figure by itself for that. You know what I mean? Like, get that book,
and then you could crack it out and then grade out the comic. Like,
isn't he the main antagonist of the new movie?
Yeah, man. The economy's just killing everything. It really is.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior New York Toy Fair limited edition figure, 1 of 100, $1,538. You guys.
And then, as you say, as the economy is dying,
I'm like,
$1,500 on a toy.
The economy affecting that sale, right?
They only made 100 of them, and it is Ultimate Warrior, so 2004
That's true.
Toy Fair. So
2
of these sold this week. These G.I. Joe, the Fun School Lifelines. So the Fun School came out of India, and it's a totally different repaint on Lifeline. So the card shows Lifeline as the Tiger Force edition, but they painted him green and like baby shit brown.
Orange.
Yeah. And that's a great figure right there. So both of them sold for around $300 on card.
Wow.
Next, we have the Muscle Man. The most famous and expensive Muscle Man figure is the Satan's Cross figure. For those of you guys that don't know, when they initially released that figure in Japan, it was a 2-part figure, and when they released it in the United States, they didn't release the second part. The second part is like a horse body that goes on the back of the figure, and there's a little hole for you to put it in. So that's the rarest figure out of all the Muscle Men figure, and as you can see, it sells for almost $200 itself. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, looks like it's called Satan's Cross, and looks like he's holding the football. So South Park plush toys are so ridiculously collectible and expensive. I don't understand it. Somebody has got to let me know like why these plush South Park things sell for so much. That's a Pip one from 1998, sold for $425 on 21 bids.
I remember those growing up, like, and seeing them at malls and stuff like that. And then you used to see like clearance bins like overspilling with, I mean, obviously not like the boys or whatever, but like, these side characters that were only in like 8 seasons, if that.
Yeah.
And like no one cared, right? But like to see it sell for like that much nowadays, to me that's insane.
Yeah. AOA, you were right. It was Rick Neuheisel. And I'm glad that Deion Sanders is current coach of Colorado. You should watch his YouTube channel. It's awesome. All right. Cops and Crooks. You remember we were talking about the Cops cartoons, I think, last week or the week before. Well, there is a carded bulletproof figure, one of the toughest figures to find, and that's on card, sells for $250. All right, next we've got a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Zora Link figure from 2001. Those Nintendo figures that look like that are made by that company, sell for so much money, almost $400 for that figure.
Oh, the Epoch?
Yeah. NECA Cult Classics Hall of Fame Michael Myers Ghost Sheet sells for a ridiculous amount, and as you can see there, $460 for that one.
I mean, but NECA's been a long time collectible like toy seller now at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just now getting into the mainstream part where you could find them in Walmart, Target, or whatever. So I kind of like watching those those toy companies that started out for collectors and then like expand into like the mainstream market.
Well, I just want to say before, well, actually, let me just say this. Where's Nate when we need him? He was
I know,
telling
right?
us about transition card back, 21 back Star Wars figures way early in this channel's introduction. And there is a 1977 vintage Luke transition card back that sold on cards for $1,300.
Wow.
Before I get too far into this, you guys, I want to remind everybody because the cannabis is starting to hit me like a brick. So just remember, you guys, tomorrow night, let us know what strain you're smoking on the Bogcast, where you guys can use promo code Bogcast at Manscaped to get 20% off and free shipping. Yes, you guys, go give your balls some lovin'. Hook them up with some Manscaped goodness, and buy yourself some ball toners and the Lawnmower 4.0, and give it some loving. It will love you for that. And not only that, you guys, coming up tomorrow night, we have episode 197 of the Bogcast, where you can watch us talk about Sam Tripoli pissing off MGK over a joke, and another excellent UFO cold case file from the 50s that is on the Bogcast. Come hang out with us over there.
I almost forgot you took that like before. I don't remember when. I think it was before Richie's segment with the cards, right?
Yeah. All right, next we've got... Oh, man. Look how nice this Storm Shadow is. This is the Argentina version of Storm Shadow. So Fun School is India. Estrella is Brazil. Plastorama is Argentina. And there you can see the Storm Shadow from the Argentina version. Graded, mint on card. I don't know what it's graded. It looks like it's graded. $430 for that figure. It looks so beautiful, man. It's got the gray backpack and swords, which is usually black. I used to see these things all the time as a kid. These Micronaut figures, the Time Traveler robot figures, and I used to think that they were so cool. And I saw them for the first time today and forever. And there's two different kinds. There's the clear versions and the opaque versions. And there you can see sales on the two different versions.
Has it always been that way, where the clear...
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just totally jogged my memory today seeing those as a kid, man. So a lot of people are gonna love seeing those, dude. Those are super cool.
I'm kind of scared of being up on the show because like seeing like these GI Joe like sell for. It's like I'm gonna keep on adding stuff to my eBay search, and it's like kind of like
you have to, bro. You should.
Yeah, that's true.
Next, the 123 Kid sells for almost $1,000 raw, or just loose. Sometimes it's one of the rarest WWF Hasbro figures, and there you can see carded. It sold for $1,125, so not bad.
I like how they put WWF and WWE to like
Smart.
hit both those searches. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's really smart, honestly.
Yeah. Mario, you guys. Mario was really, really good. I suggest people go see it. Even if you don't have kids, go see it. It's a really fun movie to watch. It is really fun to watch. I watched it last night, and I actually enjoyed it. So check it out. But this is the Jakks Pacific Roy Koopa figure. Loose. It's 2.5 inches. And if I remember correctly, those are the Koopas from Mario 3, right? Was it Mario 3? The baby Koopas? The Bowser babies or whatever? Bowser's kids?
Was it that, or was it 64?
It might have been 64. I don't know. May have been Super Nintendo. Mario's World. To me, the best Mario games are this. All right, I'm going to tell you guys the best Mario games, and I don't give a shit what you say. If you don't agree, you are wrong. Here are the best Mario games. Number 1, Mario 3, the all-time greatest Mario game, right? Number 2, Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. Number 3, Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo. And number 4, every single Mario All-Star game when you're stoned and on mushrooms playing it with friends. There's nothing better than Mario All-Stars. So go check those out.
I was surprised that NES one's not on there for you.
I'm not a big fan of the first and second ones, man. The third one was on NES, and that was the best. But, man, dude, Yoshi's Island and Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah, 1 and 3 were always, like, one of my favorites. And then the SNES one was also a top one for me. But, that first one, you know, that's what started it all. And then I just loved, you know, soundtrack to it. Like, you know, all that music gets stuck in your head. You know, people reference that 8-bit graphics all the time. So
yeah, I had Mario Paint, Matt. I had Mario Paint for Super Nintendo. It was kind of boring. My brother loved it. Dino Riders. Look at that. 1989 Brontosaurus with Serena, Ace, and Ion. It's a Dino Rider. I would have never known what that was, and it sells for a grip. $3,000 Australian. Holy shit.
That's way over my head, and
that's a lot. Yeah,
but I mean, and there's multiple bidders on it too, so that's kind of interesting.
All right, next, check this out. Original vintage Prince poster from Purple Rain. Movie lot of 38. Somebody just got 38 Prince posters from Purple Rain for $200, you guys.
Why do I feel like one of those posters would sell for quite a bit?
I feel like one would sell for $200. I don't think people realize there was 38 of them there. That's crazy. I was really geeked out over this. I love Subway posters. So for those of you who don't know, especially in England and Europe, they have Subway posters out there where they're just these massive posters. They're fucking huge. And if you guys see I get complaints all the time from community members' wives because they say I'm never going to use that huge frame behind me. I've got a badass perfect circle Judith Subway poster from England that's going to go in there that I was given to, that Maynard gave to me.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, so I'm going to put it in that big frame. But anyways, the Smiths, Big Mouth Strikes Again. Big Mouth Strikes Again. Fucking, dude, that is my favorite era of Smiths right there. Favorite era of Morrissey. I love the first Morrissey solo album, but, man, I love that time period right there. And it's the original Smiths Big Mouth Strikes Again Subway poster, $1,425.
My favorite thing always about the Smiths and Morrissey is, like, how much punk kids love both those groups.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, you know, like just both, right? It's never like one or the other.
So I grew up in Phoenix, and we're close enough to LA that we had this weird thing happen, right? So I grew up liking the Smiths and the Cure, and you know, I listened to everything as a kid. I was a big time, and like the first ever tape that I ever bought was Eric B. and Rakim and Slick Rick's albums in 1985. Nice. I was listening to NWA when that first album first came out. I was a big into hip hop, but I was also big into Depeche Mode, the Smiths, the Cure. Like, those are my favorite bands. So we were close enough to LA where we had this weird thing happen. And I want to know if any of you guys out there know about this. You know, we're so close to Mexico that there's this weird thing that happens. There was in the 90s and the early 2000s, there was this thing that happened where you had these Spanish kids, right, from Mexico who grew up loving the Smiths and the Deftones. And I would go to shows and it would be nothing but fucking like hardcore Smiths and Deftones fans from Mexico. And it was crazy, dude. It was crazy at the time. I was like, holy shit. And it became this really cool thing. Yeah, there you go. Jeffrey Saito means that you mean Mexicans liking, Morrissey, exactly. They fucking love the Smiths and Morrissey and the Deftones, man. And I was so cool with it, dude. I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. And it was really cool. So Usually,
yeah, I mean, yeah, same thing happened here in Houston. Like tons of like kids like greasing up their hair and stuff like that, and like, and then they're going to all kinds of shows, like punk shows, like alternative, whatever, like, and it's always just like super interesting to like run,
yeah, because
have conversations.
it is super interesting, and I don't want this to sound weird. I'm just being honest. This is exactly what I remember. Growing up in Phoenix, most of the kids that were Spanish kids, they usually listened to like cowboy music, right? It was like Spanish cowboy music, right? And it was so weird to meet like Spanish kids that are fucking love the Deftones and the Smiths and Morrissey. It was such a cool thing, man. I loved that time period of going to shows around in the Southwest and in California in the late 90s and early 2000s. It was such a diverse time, and nobody fucked with anybody. You know what I mean? Like it was a different.
It was there for the pure enjoyment of music and stuff like that.
Yes.
What, like, not to like hang out and like, oh, I'm part of this scene or I'm part of the, blah blah blah. Like it's like, it's that pure enjoyment of music, and then like where you could feel a real connection with people like that were actually there to enjoy the same bands as you are, hoping to hear like same songs, and then when that band plays that song, yeah, the crowd's just going insane.
I saw Lucy put out a really cool thing for Celine. What was it? Her anniversary of her death the other day, I think.
Oh yeah, for Selena.
Yeah, for Selena. Yeah, Celine.
Yeah.
Selena. All right, here we go. Take away my my music card. All right, rare Bruce Lee. There was a ton of these Japanese and Hong Kong Bruce Lee memorial magazines that sold on eBay this week, and this was one of the cool ones that I saw. $269 for this from 1973.
That's pretty cool.
Some cool Beatles items. A full unused 1966 Candlestick Park concert ticket. $15.75 it sold for. That is awesome right there.
Yeah.
Unused Beatles ticket from one of the greatest venues of all time. It's not a good venue because it's a cool place to go watch a concert or a baseball game. It's a historic venue for being one of the worst, coldest baseball stadiums in the history, and they had this crazy thing that would happen with wind there. And Candlestick, I remember growing up hearing about Candlestick all the time. My dad was a Giants fan, and man, I would be so cool to have that ticket. This next thing, all right, an outstanding 1968 Bloomingdale's receipt signed by Paul McCartney, you guys, sold for $2,500. So,
I wonder which accountant saved that.
Right? For anybody that like just goes up and gets somebody to sign anything without even caring in the world what it is, they still sell for a decent amount if it's the right person. So,
right, because wasn't there like a boarding pass that someone got signed by a football player not too long ago that sold for a decent amount?
Lord of Brooklyn says Bruce Lee died from allergic reaction to marijuana. I don't think it was marijuana. I think it was analgesics, wasn't it? Pain medicine. I think it was an allergic reaction to pain medicine. Analgesics.
I thought it was like he was poisoned by the shadow.
His father's demon, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that movie is one of the greatest all-time movies to this day. That movie is so fucking good, man. All right, next. This is fucking cool.
Wow.
A stage-used Jimi Hendrix guitar pick, you guys. A used Jimi Hendrix guitar pick.
Wow, that's like legendary.
Sold for $1,138. You think that's legendary? How about an Elvis Presley used guitar pick also? And that only sold for $355.
That, I mean,
it's not as cool as Jimi Hendrix, but that's a pretty big difference. You know,
that's a pretty big drop. You would think the prices are like somewhat near the same price.
Well, I could understand like a Jimi Hendrix guitar pick probably being the greatest guitar pick ever, right? Jimi Hendrix probably the greatest guitar god ever, right? You throw in like the Allman, like is it Greg Allman that was the great guitar player? That what's his name said was the greatest guitar player he ever seen. Eric Clapton said that. Was it Greg Allman? Yeah, Greg Allman was the greatest guitar player he ever heard or seen. But anyways, yeah, you would think that like Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, Greg Allman, you know, those guys, their guitar picks would be worth the most, right? Elvis Presley, he probably wasn't the greatest guitar player.
But he is
created,
important in the sense of rock and roll and stuff like that. With you know, especially to the visual element of seeing him on TV, all that, like yeah. But I mean, John brings up a good point. Like, how do you prove that these are?
That's a great question. That is a great question, and I'm sure that they proved it pretty well. So who knows?
Yeah.
Same guy sold all of these
fingerprints.
Yeah, maybe
fingerprints on it.
Maybe yeah. A John Lennon stage used guitar pick sold for $511, and it says John Lennon. It says Lennon on it. I don't know what Hendrix says. I think it says Mercy's or Macy's, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Next, we have one of my all-time favorite magazine covers, and I have to own one of these. The 1944 Saturday Evening Post, classic Norman Rockwell cover, the famous tattoo cover, right? Has the tattoo flash in the background, and then has the guy giving the guy a tattoo on his arm. I forget what it says, something about his mom, I think, right? And one of the all-time classic. I will be buying one of these in the next year. So
nice.
Only $133. That's amazing for that cover. And if you're a tattoo aficionado, like I am such a fan of the art of tattooing that I don't have one, but I want that cover. That's a pretty crazy fan, right? I mean, tattoo fans got to have tattoos, right? Nope. High Times #1, the very first High Times ever. And guess what?
How do you tell if it's a first print or second print on those? I can't remember.
Okay, so the first print was, I think, for 75 cents, and the second print was priced at $1, or it was like $1 and $1.50. And I love how the very first High Times has a chick eating mushrooms on it. Fucking A. What a great fucking cover. And
speaking of mushrooms, did you eat mushrooms before you saw Mario as well?
No, but it would have been a good idea. That would have been a good idea. Sports Illustrated for Kids, the Victor Wembanyama issue, $305 for just the magazine. I didn't see what the card looked like inside, if it was centered or not. So,
well, didn't like a 9 of that card sell for like a crazy amount, like over 1,000 or something like that?
It was ridiculous, something like that.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we got a couple more, you guys, for the market report. Big market report tonight. Let's change it up here. Let's do this and bring it over here. All right, let's go all the way over here. I want to show you guys this. This is something really, really cool that a lot of people don't know about. These are museum editions. Image in the early 2000s, I want to say, maybe late 90s, started making these museum editions that are really low numbered, beautiful types of material, and they're super rare. So number 5 of Artist Proof, you can see it signed here. But look at this. These are super rare, these artist editions. So be on the lookout for this. This is a Mark Silvestri, signed by Dan Jurgens. Tomb Raider cover. Here's the back. So you can see here. These are super, super rare. And a bunch of them sold. This one sold for $300. This is the cool
Aren't these faked a lot? Also,
I'm not sure.
They could be. Not this particular cover, but like just like museum edition, like books.
I'm not
sure.
Like,
yeah, because I feel like the grading companies don't even touch these either because of that.
Yeah. So this one was $2.99 also. This is a gorgeous Tomb Raider cover by Andy Park. And there is the back. Very, very cool.
But I mean, also if it's signed and the signature looks good, it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to doubt those.
One of my favorite all-time hockey sets is the 80-81 set, second year Gretzky, Mark Messier rookie, Glenn Anderson rookie, Kevin Lowe rookie, Mike Gartner rookie, Ray Bork rookie. So many Hall of Famer rookies in this set, and you get a second year Gretzky. Listen, these 3 cards on the bottom make this set absolutely amazing. And by the way, you need to get the O-Pee-Chee set. Don't even fuck around with the American set, because the American set has where it says his name, where it says Mark Messier. In the American set, it has like scratch off stuff there. So either people scratched it off to see who the player's name was, or they left it, and they're terrible. And the American set doesn't even have the Messier rookie in it. The Messier rookie, and I think the Glenn Anderson rookie is the Yari Curry rookie in this year too. I can't remember. There's like 6 Hall of Famer rookies in this set, and the Messier is only in the O-Pee-Chee set.
O-Pee-Chee set.
Yeah,
Wow.
look how beautiful. And there's the Ray Bork rookie, just so gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful cards right here, you guys. This set sold for a great price. You know that great price to be $420. This is a book that Stein talked about not too long ago. That is a super tough book to find. This is Jurassic Park #1, the Amber Chrome Gold Foil Edition. Look how beautiful this is. This is like the same material they make holochrome cards out of. Just
Oh, that's real
beautiful.
cool. And it's from Topps too, so
Yep.
you know it's gonna like really pop.
Yep. So it's got the number printed on the back cover. There you can see 2101 out of 7,500. They made 7,500 of these, and they are super tough to find. I have never seen one in the wild ever, and I looked.
What year is that?
2000, 2001?
Or is it 93?
Hold on. 93.
See, even back in '93, they could serial number books, and that was 7,500.
Amen. So a 9.8 sold for 762. We got a Spawn set. You guys are gonna shit over this. Spawn number 1, 4, 8, 9, 12, blah 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 blah. But it is a huge lot, and they're
all
newsstands.
newsstand?
Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
Holy shit balls.
Oh, but issue 1's on a newsstand.
Issue
That's kind of
1,
interesting.
yeah, issue 1's not a newsstand. Number
And it doesn't
8,
look like issue 9.
9
Oh wait,
isn't?
9 is on the right side.
Oh, it
so
is.
it could. I think so.
Is 17 and 18. Look, 17 and 18. Those are the first Capullo Spawn issues. I'd love to get a newsstand 17 and 18. Man,
But I mean, that's still an impressive set of just all newsstands.
$300. What a great score. Whoever bought that, congratulations.
Yeah.
This is a sweet cover right here. This is Alien #1, this Scotty Young cover. But look, it's got a 6 Scotty Young sketch on it, a 9.8 with the Scotty Young baby thing.
Label.
Great Scotty Young cover right here. Sold for $310. Next, how about this one, you guys? 140 1-in-25 ratio variants of Batman number 102. Isn't that what is that, Ghost? What's his name? Ghost something? Ghost Maker. So anybody out there that's specking on Ghost Maker 1-in-25s, you could have bought 140 of them for $340. So
Isn't that like less than $3 an issue?
yeah, isn't that crazy, bro?
Yeah.
So be on the
I mean,
lookout.
My only assumption is if someone has a case of those still, that there was a store variant for that issue.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, man.
Yeah. Because if you bought that many issues and have that many 1-in-25s, like, I really doubt you just sell a case of that unless you just stored it away and just happen to find it. Unless Lunar's also doing like what Diamond was doing and just dumping a bunch of, high ratio variants. I don't know enough people like deep into the Lunar system.
Yeah.
But
check this out. This is crazy. 1942 print magazine. The 1942 print magazine has 2 rare EC giveaway comics inside from Bill Gaines.
Oh, that's really cool.
Check this out.
Oh, he even puts a video in there?
Yeah. Watch. This is sweet, dude. This is freaking awesome, dude.
Well, that's something new too. I didn't know you could do videos on eBay.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah.
I want to see. This is so cool right here. EC Comics fans are huge comic fans out there. Collect a ton of stuff. Wow, dude.
Oh, Creed knows the buyer of that 1 in 25 case. He said most of the books has spine ticks.
MC Gaines. That must have been Bill Gaines. Wasn't there like 3 Gaines?
I don't know.
Pretty crazy. There's the comics. Must have been a thing talking about comics. 2 rare EC giveaway comics inside. The Story of Comics by MC Gaines. That is awesome, you guys. Look at the comics. Jonah and the Whale, and the Minuteman answers the call. That's awesome. $400.
And from 42 too.
Yeah.
That looks like a pretty nice condition for something that age.
A lot of original pages from Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet available. I thought this was the coolest one. Look how beautiful this is. This was $510, and it's got the main bad guy in it, that Wasp character. Look how awesome that looks. Almost like a full page splash, 3/4 page splash. Beautiful, man. Love Ethan Van Sciver art. So good. Look at that. Just gorgeous. $510. I would have loved to own that for $500. Holy shit. Look at this. Frank Frazetta limited edition Honda Valkyrie dealer poster. Look at this, dude. I've never even seen this. It's got the
Congrats, Doc Joe.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he really bought it, but
yeah. Max C. Gaines and Bill Gaines. Thank you, Lord of Brooklyn. Appreciate that. Look at that. That is badass, man. The Valkyrie rune has many dream elements. There's the Frazetta. I wonder if that's signed by Frazetta. 2003, this came out. Wow. That's a cool piece to own.
I would doubt it if it was just like a promo. I mean, but how limited is it?
Yeah, who knows? $300 it sold for. I feel like that's a great buy. This is a Ninja Turtles books you don't see very often. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness, 1985, in a magazine holder. Look how great those magazine holders look. But I've never seen this. Have you?
Mm-mm. I was about to ask, where's Paul when we need him?
Yeah.
Like, tell us the history about this.
So, crazy book. It sold for $416 for a 9.6. And then the back has a great colored Ninja Turtles back cover.
Oh, I really like that back cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
And then seeing all that black, too. That's got to be a tough 9.6.
Yeah. Peach Momoko. When she does when she gets into her jam, man, she is really fucking good. And when she does the traditional Japanese stuff, she is just so good. This is a original Momoko that sold for $2,500. Look at this.
And for someone that's bought a Momoko, that's a really good price.
Bro, look how beautiful that is. That is so amazing, dude. Like, this is the type of shit. This is her. She needs to let her pen cool down for a little bit, man. It's too heavy for her right now.
Yeah, I definitely love when she does her like traditional Japanese stuff, but then like mixes in her almost like dark sense of I don't want to say humor, but like
foreboding,
her like all her darkness that she does on her art.
Oh man, this is just beautiful. $2,500.
It's like that beautiful eerie stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. John Horn says the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is an RPG book. That's pretty freaking cool. Role-playing game book like Dungeons and Dragons. That's pretty
Okay.
damn cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Heroes Unlimited. All right. Let's find out if this was a good buy. I haven't looked yet. All I saw was a DC comic books binder full of comic books, and you already know that this is somebody who got a DC Universe pack and put them in these.
Is it Heroes Reborn, the one that's collecting all the DC Universe stuff?
There's a ton of
Is
them.
that him?
Yeah, there's a ton of them.
I'm going to say congrats to him if he bought this.
Some of these are super tough. So we got that one. Ooh, look at that. That's a tough one. That number 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that one
I've never
before.
seen it, yeah. Next, we've got a great old Azrael, number 19. Next, we have a Wonder Woman, number 101. A Robin Legacy of Robin, number 32. A Catwoman, number 18. And a lot of people don't realize this, but these are rare too. The logo variants there, these are rare also. And this is, we're going to do a breakdown on these at some point. I want to get like Daryl Miller and Trey and Stein, a few of the great DC Universe guys to come in and talk about these, because a lot of people don't realize these logo variants are rare also. So be on the lookout for the logo variants. As you guys can see, there's 2 of them right there. Very, very tough to find all those. And then look at this, you guys. How about a
newsstand?
How about a newsstand Batman Beyond and a beautiful Kelly Jones Batman DC Universe variant?
I think it's just worth it alone just for that Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's more. Batman Beyond number 3 and another DC Universe Universe variant and more. Another DC Universe variant, a Batman Beyond number 2 and more. A Batman Beyond number 1 second volume newsstand.
Wow.
And another DC Universe variant continues. Look at that, dude. A newsstand Batman 1 million. How crazy is that? You got a Legacy Batman newsstand. And then it continues even more. A newsstand. Dude, this Batgirl cover is so great that Please Help Me Not to Die, the number 2. Great newsstand and a DC Universe variant for Batman 521. It continues. Holy cow.
Wow.
Somebody scored, you guys. How about a newsstand of that, too? That's very rare.
Yeah.
$350 somebody bought.
Dude, someone stole that.
Yeah.
Stole that.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, we'll definitely have to get more into them, man. But yeah, those are tough. Next. All right, this is something a lot of people don't know about. Sideshow did a lot of these really cool Adam Hughes statues. And they're cool, don't get me wrong. But that's not why I want them. I want them for the Adam Hughes rare prints that are inside. Did you guys know about these?
Oh.
So in all these, it comes with a rare print.
I wonder how many statue collectors just threw that out too.
The best one is the this one is one of the best ones. The best one that I like though is the Mary Jane one. I'll show you the Mary Jane one here in a second. So I don't have any of these, and I need to find them bad. So there's that one.
Yeah, now I'm really curious to see like I mean, because I know a lot of statue collectors, they'll throw out the box, right? Like,
yeah.
But how many save the little print inside, or even if there's just like boxes and boxes of these like in someone's storage with those posters in there?
Yeah, this
like,
one
do they know they can get the money back of the cost of the statue by just selling the print?
They should, man. They're so tough to find. Look at this one. This is one of my favorite ones, the Black Queen. Look at that print. Fucking beautiful, dude. So these are super, super tough to find, the prints. This is the best one. Look at this print. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Oh, is it in there? It's got to be in there. Come on. Doesn't look like they're showing it. But the print for this one is awesome, dude.
Oh, for the Emma Frost?
For the Emma Frost. It's amazing. And same with this one. Or I think I already showed you the Rogue one. But yeah, be on the lookout for those to get those prints in there. Super, super tough to find.
And then Adam Hughes isn't the only featured artist that's done sideshow statues either. You know, you also have like J. Scott Campbell. So I mean, yeah.
So be on the lookout for those. Next, this is pretty cool. This is Just Imagine Stan Lee Batman, signed by Stan Lee and Joe. They didn't put Joe Kubert, and a sketch by Joe Kubert.
Wow.
So it's signed by Stan Lee and Joe Kubert, and there's a sketch by Joe Kubert, you guys. $300. Are you kidding me?
Good.
Numbered out of 69.
I mean, the one thing that throws me off is always seeing the Stan Lee signatures now with that line underneath. Like, because I want to say, like, there was that one with, I mean, because of the COA.
Yeah.
From Dynamic Forces, too.
Yep.
Never mind. But there's my theory out the window.
Remarked, too. Wow.
Yeah.
$300? Are you kidding me, you guys?
That's a steal.
How about this? X-Men number 124, page 22. John Byrne, signed by John Byrne. $51,700 Canadian, which is $38,300 American. Look at this.
Congrats, Dinesh.
Yeah, right? Freaking amazing, dude. Wolverine. It's got Banshee, Cyclops, Storm.
And then John Byrne's one of those artists, too, that he will not let you have a witness.
Is the X-Men artist. Is he not? Is John Byrne not the greatest X-Men artist of all time? Who's the greatest X-Men artist of all time? Am I wrong on that? He had the best run. John Byrne and Claremont had the best X-Men run.
Yeah.
And the only X-Men artist I like that I put up there, like run-wise, is Quietly during the Grant Morrison run. Jim Lee? I don't know, man. Jim Lee's a great X-Men artist, but he didn't do the shit that John Byrne did. Ooh.
Yeah. But and then he was what? He barely touched the Uncanny run. Like he did his own like X-Men run in the 90s or whatever. But I mean, because I think that's like also like kind of the requirements too, right? That you have to be in the main X-Men title, like that, just being a part of that Uncanny run. Oh, yeah. Cockrum's a good answer.
Yeah, Cockrum. Well, I don't think Cockrum's as good as Byrne. Cockrum's good, but not as good as Byrne.
Yeah, Byrne. I definitely agree that Byrne like is definitely up there. But yeah, like I remember he was showing up to a con recently, like not too long ago, and then he would not allow you to have a CGC witness at all.
No, he is a old. He is the Neil Adams is gone. John Byrne is taking his place. He's the crotchety old man. He's always been a dickhead. And I'm not saying like a dickhead to people. He's just if you look
very
up John,
by his standards.
Yeah.
Like his set of rules, like where he's like I won't lift that for anyone. Blah blah blah. Like yeah.
Have you guys ever seen these? Never-ending story figures. Huge lot of amazing complete set figures of the never-ending story made in Mexico. Look at this. I've never seen these.
Yeah.
What was that? Falcor? Was that his name? That's so cool.
I always think of the kids in Stranger Things. Singing the song. Yeah, no.
$283 for that one. John Horn says, I met Byrne in the 80s. He was crotchety then. Lol. Heroes Reborn says, Byrne is the classic definition of never meet your heroes.
Yeah, I definitely did not wait in line to meet him because I was like, I'd rather meet artists that are willing to have a CGC witness and let me pay an extra $20 to like get their signature on whatever book.
I think somebody got lucky with this one. 1974, Let Them Eat Pig Bastille Day benefit poster. 15 by 12. Robert Crumb did this, you guys.
Oh, wow.
How cool is that?
And it looks like someone stored it for a while too. So
look what it sold for.
$200
$200.
Wow.
That's amazing. Next, an original Black Flag flyer from the Henry Rollins days. 1983. Sold for $280.
Keith Morris was still my favorite Black Flag singer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was like one of the first, right? And then he became the vocalist for the Circle Jerks.
Who is this? Is this signed by him? Look at that. John, here's some stuff. Thanks for writing. Is that his autograph right there? P.S. Can't write more on account of revved workload. I don't know what that means. Anyways.
It could just be someone writing a note too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Right. Does it say anything in the description for that listing?
Henry sent me this 40 years ago with a bunch of flyers. That's fucking cool. It's signed with a brief letter from Henry Rollins on the back.
That's really cool.
That is really freaking cool. Let's see if he's got.
How much did it sell for?
280.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that's
buy.
under.
Dude, there's probably. I bet you he sold more. Let's see here. H.R. Geiger's watch show catalog. Melvin's book autographed. Tool butthole surfers. Man, that is a great piece of freaking memorabilia right there.
Yeah, and then, like, how often are you gonna run into Henry Rollins?
I know.
Like, yeah. I mean,
Henry
I know he does like
Rollins
spoken word.
Is a weird cat, bro. He is super, like, not weird in a bad way, like weird in a good way, but he is fucking out there, man.
I've heard that too, like with people that have ran into him, like at record stores, like where they're just shopping through records, and then it's like, oh, there's Henry Rollins, and then if you go up and talk to him, he's like, kind of. I heard he was kind of off-putting.
Yeah.
But I mean, that you could just catch someone on a bad day or whatever, and they're at a record store to escape reality. But I don't know. I wasn't there.
There's some really good documentaries out there with him in them that are really good. Check this out, bro. This is a signed check by John Lennon that he used to buy the recording decks that he recorded Imagine on.
Oh, wow.
Sold for $8,000.
Congrats, Lee, for Panini.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. The purpose of this letter is to serve as authentication that the signature of John Lennon. This signature is found on a check drawn on National Westminster Bank Limited on the account of Maclen Music Limited. The check, which measures 7 7/8 by 3.5 inches, is dated May 11th, 1971, and is made out to the 3M Company in the amount of £18,234. John has signed the check beautifully, as nicely as he could have signed it on the day, in black felt tip marker in the appropriate space. Additionally, this check has been assigned by Apple manager Neil Aspinall, Apple the record label, who has used a blue ballpoint pen to sign. The purpose of this check was to pay for a 16-track tape recorder that he used to record Imagine at his home studio named the Escott Sound Studios, which was located at Tittenhurst Park, with recording starting there on May 24th, 1971. Very shortly after this check was signed by John. Additional writing at the top in red ballpoint pen reads, "Confirmation purpose, hence the addition of Aspinall's signature. And this is an extremely historic check, which is directly related to the production of the landmark album Imagine. That is fucking cool, man. That's the type of shit that I love right there. Out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Look at that. Let's see what this guy also has. Led Zeppelin.
It almost became the value of the check, you know? What it was.
Dude, look at this
What it's
shit.
sold for.
Holy cow. There's one of the butcher yesterday and today.
Nice.
Dude, this guy's got some great stuff. He's in Arizona.
Wait, how much was that Let It Be record going for?
$358.
Oh, it's like a box set. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Dude, this is badass right here. Wow.
Yeah, my favorite record still is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club.
My favorite song of all time is In My Life by the Beatles. My favorite Beatles album of all time is the White Album.
Okay.
And finally, you guys, this is pretty interesting. So Arizona Highways magazine was all over Arizona as a kid. It was in every freaking library, museum, doctor's office, dentist office. It was a cool magazine. This is very cool. Arizona Highways magazine from June 1942, signed by Chinese Air Force soldiers. It has the names of the men who were the Air Force soldiers from China signed on there. Look at that. That's pretty freaking cool right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's more signatures and stuff. Freaking cool, man. So, absolutely amazing. Sold for $425. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the market report for April 12th, 2023. I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. You guys know we do this live every Wednesday, every Saturday night. And we enjoy you guys hanging out with us 54 live till the end. Make sure you guys hang out with us tomorrow night on the Bogcast live. First half of the show live on YouTube. Second half of the show live on Rumble. The second half on Rumble, you guys, is becoming iconic. Yet, I don't know if you should call your own self, shit you make iconic. But me and my buddy Keith have so much fun making fun of all the people and shit we can't make fun of on YouTube on Rumble. So come hang out with us on Rumble for the second half of the show. Yee, you got any pickups?
I was just getting this ready. Iconic. No, I was going to save my pickups for Saturday.
Perfect. All right, you guys. Much love. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Bogcast. Come hang out with us. YouTube.com/the Bogcast. Rumble.com/the Bogcast. Hang out with us on Twitter, also the Bogcast, IG. And you guys, if you don't want to jump from YouTube to Rumble to watch the show, you can watch the entire show in the Discord in the Bogcast stage. Make sure you guys go and use promo code Bogcast for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Not only can you score some ball toner, you can score some ball reviver, some ball preserver, a lawnmower 4.0, a nose and ear hair trimmer, and some great boxer briefs. Your balls will thank you. That's promo code Bogcast. Yee, appreciate you, brother. Much love to everybody out there. We'll see you soon. Adios.